2020 and 2024 and beyond is a movement, and it is stronger than apartheid.
Stronger than apartheid.
All right, people. Onion to phone say it's a movement. 2020, December 7th is a movement.
Okay.
For me, more cover, more transient you rain. So do a video to Amenado Radio. I see about some nana. You didn't fear na back home.
We will vote for you. Gonna make you
Eba. We will vote for you, Nana. You're here, Jumapano. Or in your piano too. And you are here, Jumafon. And you may so sort of for me more crab more trans. Yenya bedroom sabre say no. Nay NPP-USA. NPP-USA. The Communications Directorate. Here they and some pa and in mupa. And in my pan and I do dank wakufuado. Aye, Edio Guaquamu, and in ye Oguso, Aye, Mpremprey, Oguso ye, and in ye or de ba. I know what the rule, and ye de bro. And see, you may in order for Pababitin and Najo home. Menokas and paying for us, chassis, Adia Konya, Atanase. Make MPP paying for an amateur, a year Director Joe. I walk her. Why you ready? Why you crowd? Sansusuo, Dr. Jumo, on us why you credit, on us why you ready, why you crowd, Wajina Konya. And our mamma says and commanded, and into Bayi Wasum, near a chat to a crano, Yanian Kasa, your chairperson, Obaku could drew for, now, with him MPP. I were a man who could drew for. And kukodru for be ewo party ni mu a wo gina one man to platform no waso wo kasa no wo ye adwuma e dia boa emma enkwada wona wo kwa ahoyehia mu na sane yensi build oman a menua esewani enso okatre enu ti anwumre no WhatsApp obi test obi invite obi say anwumre no ya babedu. Let the truth be told. Ewaya former for nana to do more. Anyway, a boss papa unim a high life will be a header from Minia Konongo Kayana did you may Sunday me. I mean, so here. Konongo me boa basso. We have the man, the vice president. Hey, Sabo. That's right. That's right. To me, tell my Freddy play. My job of my job of Former for Nana. Umpa na apede. Umpa numja. Enumja. Na onim bibi uni mo ye adwuma. Emma John Dramani Mahama. Yeso bi di Kevin Tyler. Ene Solomon Husu ni kwaku skirt. Ene sankrofo na oka ho. Wo no ma no wa pe baabi afa. Won pe baabi amfa on beku. Because entro ene krono ene ahohwisam. Ene no yesramo yamre no nti. Mesramo ene din no yebebubo na yebebubo no mfifi o baabi wa. Mo yese ebomu din chiamo no. Ebe chiamo papa na mpanyumfo agi akonwa. Enti ya ni empese ebe fa mre no bebre. For more for Nana to do more. That's right. Yes, say. Nia opa bribi akokotoko no ono ne yeso nasene. Ono ne yeso nasene. Ono ne sese ye bone ne mapa ho dawuro. Na bona wonya nte ase papa no. Wonya hu amamuo papa eti sei no. What me ati ase. Nene ye nua ba ye chairperson, our own chairperson. Madam Ya Frimpong, Madam Obaya Frimpong. Ya nini bedi nkomo every on my Ghana mu anumre. Obema an updates. Zamu amunim ya fe no papa because adwuma obon Ghana also nya asam ketwa. Na unim Madam Chair obaso wo kire niema mu a wan kasa wo ti ase. Madam Chair ba so wo kire niema mu a enye obi na be ka kire say mami na no ate no onim kasa. NDC NPP me say NDC kura de ya me mpese sa din no be ba ma no because na say omo de hunhumfi eto ayampia enti o kan NPP kura we ya no akoka NDC na ema kukudem ema akukodrufo ya wo gina wo nan so wo ye adwuma e de aboa oman no wo ye adwuma e de aboa party wo ye adwuma e de aboa nkrankre Madam Joe oni doctors akukudem enche bia ko man Ghana mu omo ankasa sika wo enya buy sponsorship dabi individuals sponsorship the doctors koi anano ye ne sister no no of no edi nkomo no samote so kan he ko hwe woni ye wanya wona on say empayimfo no duru baabi a ya na ani no ehuru de papa ni wei na sania nof ho no nso sania man si wo ne ade no ya na ha twene woni a doctors akukudam mink a doctors bi a Ghana for bi America for ne ade wonyina wo koi nof the whole northern region ko ya doye check your man for blood pressures sugar levels diabetes bibia ya check you from head to toe aban sika wa kokura nim so eno ema hu se aban papa wo so a enipa eyi ne yam eyi na komam yi na adune na hoodin bibia mu ade boa enipa dasani eno ntina ye kanfo Nanado danko akufuado na pan edema na ye kanfo dia ma no na won so ton won so spread it na wo de ko na e treyashim na onyame eno onim ne ye eno ye manema se kanya sa kayempa ebo ye bonyina ne se o Nanado nsantina ontina konwa no so mfie aduonu nka ho na nka okeka ko 100 na papa na ne ho adin ne ho adin tin ka 100 kura no still obebo adwuma na de ya sande 107 abekan na za koye 107 so yeah enti ye bompa ye ne ye sranhyira ne ahoden nimdie no mo ya de ma ye mampanyin his excellency Nanado dankwa akufuado ene ne mpanyimfo a ono ebu eman no onyame nhyira won bebre onhyira won papa onhyira won papa onhyira papa no na bibia nko animu yes menya another information o say also no more doctors only 50 nurses 50 nurses with free medication to the tune of $100,000 and nobody call enough. Can you imagine? Why in the back say NDC siswano enipa da sani be say sika say ane ni nim de na ho de dia konof e bia nsi da wosi bi si ya bekama amansan nyina a omutie amenado anwumre amansan nyina ya omutie amenado anwumre no fa beto dwa na obi antie bi NDC e free yam papa onya ne ba bi koye Dr. Jonathan Mills, Professor Jonathan Mills, and Ebesi John Dramani Mahama. Say, ayi for nenya pepa, aho fama 50 nurses, including doctors, with $100,000, including medications and so off, and so on, and in Myanmar. Enipa hia emana pom dingina so the call north awiem ho asunum se dabi yanko boa amanfo nyame so many nyame adwuma no enya asonda mu kwa na yedetena way good Samaritans enya mo koye wo fi se enkokrafo ne mrewafo ne maamenom ema ne mamua ne ade okoni kotodwa anim no bompa ye na nyame tie no no bobi ma mpanyimfo ya guess what enhira no na eba sa na ka wo moma ne wo manana ene wo nana no that is how it is eno ntina ya ye ka NPP aban papa nhye papa e free akwada o hye yafunumu a yanwo no bepem se ebe wo no no what's here called free SHS? Huh? Planting for food and jobs. Na duani abu and sofu bi ni make assembly. What's Mike? Sanya NPP abaye obesi sui. Our one is wadi hunu. And wadi planting for food and jobs. Ebaye no bi nim. Obi animo se bibi the COVID-19. Ebeba. COVID-19 maya na John Dramani Mahama eye president no na manfo to banche o crab banche ne board from Ivory Coast to Mantoni Jane ne ade from Burkina Faso na nkene ya to board dem ya to board dem be ye bosume ene ne wo hoi sese kra me no ka sese board na yemie ya to enti aduane no kra no wuntimi nkra ne ya de abrew e wona be hu se anka kom ebesi ama nipa bari ni panam na enase na nka onyankopon se oma mampanyi nanado his excellency ene ne vice ne mpanyimfo yi ebe so mu ansa na covid unity anka wanka satnase na sese imagine say NDC dum somponi na covid beka dum so ho na ye aduane no aje so kra free Burkina. Can you imagine? Enipa bewuo nana nyame nhyiraw onhyiraw ne mpanyimfo mayekwa homa no so na mpanyimfo are ready na Madam Chair so ebeba enche Madam Chair baba so enche enti yo all right say yenia kakapenso enyamai ye betwen no ono so obeba enti onyamaye no na Madam Joe are you ready na Dr. Jumonso are you ready no na yen semre mechia Connecticut for New York for New Jersey for na machia Virginia for Washington babia chese ye bebubodi no emra program no ekoso no ye bebubo ne ya kire na dofo no cause wosombo mai ye ni so ne wo ye no so ene menu ya Ghana money ebaso a obeka kire babia ye rating akoduru no eye me wanwa na ebro adwen ene ntiase so senia ye no hayi kakra ya ne adofo no mo bafu anom kizito nom Madam Josephine nom Dr. Jumonom Joe Wise nom ne konongo ne Ghana money udi bubodin no eye ne kakra ya nkomodie na ye ka enipa tie ye no ehu enipa tie ye no ne ebomu nyina mo abaso onyame nhira mo se mo tie ye anwumre bia na ma yeso ema en mora ema yetimi eye shoyi ema ne kwa animu adabia no ye nyini ye kwa animu na wonom a wono de se wonsua nyansa na wonyini no wono so wo sore a no wodi empanyimfu atem wodi ya maamenom bi ene ye nuamanom bi atem no wonso na nya dam ene wo wontimu a na menim ye wom eno tima me kwa ahoma no so na mene Director Joe enkodi enkomo Director Joe me pacho timenka anwumre ye mo akwaba
ya na go so the tape me do ase and then the tape we na so akwaba eba Amenado so papa I was na etesu sisi no any Amenado.
That's right.
No, one of the shows I when they led the tribute to no every time man penny and then a man of four papa more gun and do my power more you know and who do and it's a seeable and the mama saying it's the man penny or Ghana home again papa
no correct
and that young topic no you better about the voters register no and some paper so na madam say by us from pon ebeba so na wa be yempensin ma cheche ni mu kese ahwe data no ene ni padodo a register ne ye regency ni nyina se de ekọ no nyina no be pesa wo ba be chichi mo chen na ye twen ni no na agro no ana ye agro no be koso there's na what you need no you who say red voters register na ekoso pa se be de wo mo bono o ma yero mo bono e bono kese pa easy for any Ministry of Information, Ministry of Communications, NPP Communications and other communication is the offices are working in an obiad in what you be radio stations TV stations in Edobia say almost an audio my but they will get a pass that will be uncle register. So the one register can't win can be in so set agrona yedi no timi wo mu bidia na esese ko register no watimi atoaba na ye ka asem na watimi aka bi so far na de ebe mama dan ta be plesimu de ya egwechi ha de ye hu se ekoso pa na agro ne fom se de ono na wo ho yi de obetimi asere na ye hu enema ekoso before then no so no enu associate nyina na support ye nyina ye te se NDC for ababon so omo vice president na ma choose no mbeba be dinbara be kire amanfo enti enyina yesi nkonya etwan ye e be tie o masamu a omowo ma enra da no be dru ye enti e transit ye na chese boni be say there's nothing to write home about so de ye nyina ye twi ye pen tana ho ye nim so be kantem kakaka bi pa ye nyina ya trotro ho na yetimi e de ne na wotwi papri na kopi fiada de nke ho nkomo ani be di and so no just say me extremely disappointed asma na you say obia oba be outdoor no na nsema se so kan yo mo mo party no na ne etwere ho so mo ba ka so no ko sister ye ngo na the president kan ye no so wo ba be kan ne ma ne be kan no bobra ma me kan be different kra just say said ye bekasa ama yosem kwa na no wo ka no enso no eja bende said ye you drive pen no din fufu bo so also u be ya na yosem dia necessary o ya no te wa na otimi eka de amanfo pese o mutie enso no ko ye bibia wo ho enti ne dom keka kosi ye no se de no mahama me ma promises aketi ko se no Our manifesto nyama bonten. You know, the NPP-USA or the counter one. The NPP-USA, ye be you. Momu jana hote Ghana nisika ye de be hwe SHS4. Kani system ni musa bit me hwe SHS4. After the otimi sori be ka kire yen say wo de oba university for na do mama ku school free any technical school for
ana Director Joe ene kra so de ba ku bia mate ya say omode na mu nkura bi ase ne ade say maternal leave for woman ebia
maternity
ebe fa fro ni ade no or the
maternity leave dey say wo hodada maternity leave dey say wo hodada obia ko maternity leave
yes
obia
na yes so say obe standing no dia call say 6 months
see e hwe no
6 months obetia bibia free
asem no ne kan dey say nyeden
na kan dey otimika
na dey say wutimi you say the asaka say school for kra JSS for kra SHS for you show mu free kra no mo bo mu to get say you need na mo disika no mo say no na mo disika no say no sika edition college school no mo da that so mo da chi no mo ba be mpanyifo wo Ghana ha no mo dogu man no mo sika no yes no after the okobrechi ye na ba ya o say the technical school for me show mu free me free university for free and then crowd they say the and no they so say omo artisans omo ko sunsun adwuma magazine for no ko kompe for omo sunsun ti panent ani mani nya no obe mo malawan any ade pam for omo sunsun
kakra no kra want me
yes for crowd they cry mu so o say enyi na omo artisans for no do so class school for no dem no kra
omo class so mo no abai class sen
chesade no say nipa no say no na ni masemasa oni wo beka enti no so papa so na say Ghana for so say dem pa mo kwase na ye fikire na mo beche no say wo hwe dia amanfo ani ambre na amanfo ahunu aman yasemu ene mu kontompo no mo na braba no mo kro no mo bebo ye no mo abrese no ene omo de compare say de ekoso na omo hu say ensusunye wo mu
papa
ensusunye wo mu pa enti no omo ka de omo beka Ghana for so yen hu omo sie enti no ye kosa kusenyina yetirim ye be ye no ye peno ne be ye aban du ye dan du ho a na ye be hwe le de kokosi ye afei meka registration no ye start here no na ye nyina ye ni se ade bia de ni ti ase no ya na enye to sa there will be hindrances here and there
me pacho Director Joe where me nchwa no na me ma wasitre say Madam Chair e wo line so
baba so okay you engineer sense I no ade asma say wo Ghana yetimi afre na baba so de na ye be gai mum na obewie ne de na delivery na ye so aye local no ye de abeso says ye wo ha de ono no ho no de exact ma chita anti ele jam no mum na ne what was
yo all right once you that's papa Director Joe and this introduction betu mu ma yen sabre ye bebo shi na yakọ my Ghana mu ne our own chairperson NPP-USA our chairperson Madam Obaya Frimpong na yene no adi enkomo oba me pa cho ti menka anyumre ye mu akwa
yo nya Mike echo nka papa
yede nyame ase na
ejoso
wona ya meso big time we show you so
no cre so me say I'm with you guys in spirit.
That's right.
Sometimes meet here.
Na you know
that time difference na na area me nti muso ya da masene adwuma pa mo ye me fa kwanya we so no machia obi bia Amenado de em say ye nim ye ho
no correct
dodo na omo abo Amenado achi ata omo chi for all these years no eni mu nyina na me hram me chechi
Amen.
bibia
Obia so
ntie mo
Joseph.
den the Republic of Ghana e de ma bibia.
Amen. Obia so Joseph. Yo, Madam Chair, ene na yenya we de Awurade adom na emre no sane anka tabre anka wo beda adwojo ho nanso anam oman no ho donti ye bo wo pono na watimi age yenso no ebe ma na wa my an update kakra so far registration no e won sensem akosisen ene ena ye ko from here.
Yo ode message ya ubi machia etiefo nyina
Etiefo Joseph.
ya ledentia kesian so mu ode ma NPP-USA members na across the US.
That's right.
Ene modimbo a omobo day in and day out. Say COVID di by US for ya kire say ampa ye nim mfasudia ye kai ehu bom ne kase beye ne aboye maya yetimi ye ema munyamhye no ye kase ye beda obi bia NPP-USA started COVID-19 far-raising drive mutimi boaye yetimi resist ka twitwi dia yetimi de boa ye man Ghana na also ye de boa embassy no Washington. So almost and boa COVID for omo go through the COVID virus no entimi fa boa medo bibia ase the mena wo fidi kasi so da NPP-USA members now nyina bibia oboaye ema the drive no successful no that will be ase na me show bibia.
Excellent.
Yo I'm say Ghana had the bibia boko.
Okay.
And say nyina ye ni say year 2013 the new patriotic party after your call 2012 elections no you wanamo a call Supreme Court the election no if he say bibia koswa
Oh. Amam from Fanchain. Madam Chair, a breaky kakra.
Cause of the hearing.
Pachote. I'm a pacho, I also.
Yeah, me also. Now me kase in 2012 elections no.
Yeah.
Emra it declares our results new year no. NPP party at the time no opposition. Who say election bibi anko so iye ama yeah the assembly court down Supreme Court.
Okay.
Supreme Court class assembly so now in course of that proceedings no and you may be there dear and may who say the voter register the Electoral Commission of Ghana compiled in April 2012 no register there's a problem with the register fundamentally because through the Supreme Court the finger of God polling station numbers a copy ho share a friend is saying one other polling station and the way even the electoral officers know how they transcribes the numbers near the Nina is showing me Obia who say something is wrong with our register. And across the world, so we share the percentage of eligible voters within the country per the population of that country now. It should not exceed 50%.
Okay.
Ghana voter register it move about 54%. And right there, the majority of the population are registered voters.
Right.
Now we share in relation to the people and I say Ghana for almost 17 years of age and below. Now no So how can we have over 53%? And it's all striking average across the world that Ghana near the highest.
Wow.
You knew something was amiss with the register. Yeah, I'm trusting you call Supreme Court a fight on the register now, but eventually, Madam Charlotte say, so the register now no the Yedma. Yes, Diana, on fire Yedma. You could now so I got to about 2016 about war. You couldn't dear buy. Now, Matisse go for be air can say. Say register now you see and you know the to about the president. Then we are saying said the president is also legitimate. If the register is bad, I think that is a very naive analysis. The fact say your register is bloated, no.
Yeah.
Does not mean say register no. Yeah, there are debi enye. And idea no on the basis of say may argument today, and a tragedy media a week or two ago. And I think that a very poor analysis now month will be a. Fast forward, the Electoral Commission of Ghana made the case why we cannot use the 2012 register now the 2016 abandonment, why we cannot use it to conduct the 2020 elections. And yet the data no and a problem. Yes, we know the data definitely it was overbloated.
Right.
Overbloated in terms of say either there are double registration in there. There are people do voting age, they are register. There are people they may be foreigners register registered. So how do we get rid of all these things? But then need the issue for the EC. EC issue no had to do with say the infrastructure of the running system. It was a problem. Of course, we used to reference the Apple or iPhone version 4 or iPhone 4 or iPhone 5 as against the current iPhone I we say iPhone no ubet may use but the better point be no the company that manufactures the phone no, may not support the version of phone now upitan.
Yes, and in Yama bebre umwa. Yeah.
And you go back say cry parts are you never fixing omunye bio.
Yeah.
And this also case since now they no na be soon to omunye parts ma obeto na boarding na dia ye. And the Electoral Commission made the case say machines are you did be just with ye niema ye database and the infrastructure run also and all the fair saying the voting management system not being used in are you obsolete because the company is not first of all manufacturing those types of equipments again.
Right.
2, old ones there so they cannot guarantee service for it. 3, omunsa and support with any updates ni other things. And this we are a smart electoral commissioner. Definitely you want to compile a new register.
Yeah.
And buy new machines to do that. Because machines now, you cannot use it because the company will not support those machines for you. And in the middle of the elections, I acquire machines, the old one, and then what happens? You say you call elections in Ghana, a hot papa. Because for some people, it's about life and death.
Yeah.
And then I was say Electoral Commission making sure some machines are did not to abandon here. And from Swabia and Mahuana and Tichima in any way. Say at the end of the day, whoever wins, is declared a winner. No. Be able to say it was a free, fair, transparent process.
That's right.
Now you say I could do now for machine in Yeduma. Now you see Electoral Commission for I didn't think your machine in Yeduma and I'm so higher NPP stronghold, you know, the machines here, the machines here, or vice versa. We have too many money. On the basis of that, let us start afresh. After all, I'm even new to this place. I've come in new processes or new systems. So that he owns that election. Did you inquire on the very day?
Yeah.
And now, you as a month, yes, ye did, and they will confirm. America, they were not listening to what the EC was saying.
Right.
And the other summer, near Gomasun, so Omun the EC, the can I say.
And now, but
electoral commission stood their grounds and said, yep, election, so leave us to do what we know how to do best.
No, correct.
And let's run the elections. And no more, I started processing at the Pim Sabri. So, see, our phase 5 and I yet do 3. Our registration process, no, air coso. Now, me charge me last week, and that me nya kwenya a coco year me registration. It do me face so. Me coco a register. Went through the process, very smooth process, no challenges, and my register, and then you can't valid voters in Ghana. Yeah, Obaya Africa, so make a hobby.
Oh, nice.
Now, and so the issues that have come up. Number one, some violence and altercations BSC here at the start of the process. No?
Right.
And 2, another issue where bar up also had to do with the first day of the process, no? Which was expected. Was anything there really the first time massive implementation of any systems beyond every day of first day you might have challenges. If you have machines and move on them, they couldn't start, or the machines were running slow at the time until moment to me and started exactly at 7 a.m. now. No, it's almost starting. And those were not major challenges. But as I didn't air con anymore, and violence being so adding,
unity, yeah.
Of why be more atwashom so a prepare one more. And this one, you can't blame either side. NPP for the BIB, NDC for the be attacking NPP for the B. So there has been that but the TN say your opponents are quick to run to the media, make the noise, and then people will not even listen to the side of the other. Say what happened. And today, say, wow, but
right.
But in every issue or every case, there are 2 sides to that issue. I think that you will have a better perspective, a better understanding, and then you'll be able to proffer better solution for me. And the violence can cry by, but over all conduct of the registration process now, it's been very smooth. And those places in so and some where areas are electoral commission knew said those were going to be the hotspots. They knew it because of course the caliber of people there, the level of enthusiasm in those areas and other matters. Ntiama ekonona eniwo say anya careful a betimi so mbeka ya esutifi south 2012 calling down the brother odi was amantem hokukuo mu area ho twitwa nkofo sekan enia
kum nipa rough
so say obi NDC ni ana NDC fo agina simpie so no mo kasa so mo ye innocent na esre pa so they forget so fast.
Yeah,
they forget so fast. say kai to trust ma president na former president Mahama esisu dia ka kire say e bet to trust them dia omo ye number 1
yeah they were born out of it
edunti ba be bia akodu no ebe ehu behia so maybe going forward no as we are building systems as a country.
Okay.
In fact, one of the fundamental flaws of Ghana, and then even the process of registration, a huge issue of contention.
Right.
And he said, now memo for 63 years, Ghana, we did not have a single form of identification.
Oh. And
that tells who a Ghanaian was.
Yeah. And
for 63 years, successive governments and nobody took that bold step. Said no, every advanced country, no, it was some unique form of identification.
Right.
And so if as a country, you better catapult yourself into the 21st century, no. Na yes, make impact. Na yet compete in a global competitive world.
Right.
A database that captures everybody who is a Ghanaian, who is not a Ghanaian, and break as a country. And into a bit Marco someone name region A, who are Jana share region B, or B anywhere or bed or Behuna. And only idea Eddie Ghana, ama akwama even your registration process in the Quran akwa drew ho because say yeah what system who say asumasi say 20 years in wadi and 20 years in wadi and we can trace all your records from time I kindergarten to class 1 to primary school to middle school to what do you call it they call the secondary senior high school. Time yanko JHS. Intia sometimes they do maybe an refio.
That's
trying to keep switch over to the new system. For some of us it gets difficult for us.
That's right.
Because we are not used to that system. We had the old system, went through the old system, and and you'll be able to trace the chronology of that person and then fear what the angasa. And then if about quote me could fear bear now because we didn't have a system that captures the data very well.
That's right.
And then after years streamlining. And then I tell be our register only 18 years now for register. As I did a bit do a name for the rest of your life. Because now with the system that we are building, and dear master because also could change you age now another age or your date of birth, look could change it. Into whatever age you are in, and I say date of birth is going to remain the same till you die. Because once systems are built, consistent data, and that data no ever buying ama yet must streaming Nyama Kakra. The process of registration, it's going to be a thing of the past.
Right.
As we integrate all the systems, DVL for almost system, National Health Insurance for almost system, National Insurance Identification Authority for almost system, Electoral Commission for almost system. At some point, all these systems are going to be integrated. We'll have one system where one can feed off of each other. For Basa, you can go to sleep and then you'll be a registered voter without sweat or without putting party agents in the field and then all the mayhem that we see going on in United kakra. And I can tell you that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is poised and ever ready to make sure we have a system. Over time, we'll come to appreciate the importance of that system now you're building.
Very well. na kyerɛ sɛ na nea waka yi nyinaa mu no meahunu sɛ registration no deɛ so far baabi kakraa bi na lapses bi ayɛ yi but dodoɔ no adeɛ ɛnneɛma ɛkɔ smoothly anaa meboa
ɛyɛ no korɛ me nua Mike ɛm sɛ the hotspots and as areas are yɛte issues wɔ hɔ no in fact the first issue that came up I think it happened around Banda area.
Okay.
Banda
Kaswa on soon some BSC.
And but Kaswa was later, but it's first case of the registration SEO Bono region hobby.
When she Banda area.
No, not when she Banda. Yeah, I think it was Banda. Yeah, Banda the sea. Yeah, there was the first incident I recorded. And then actually another incident to see Kaswa dear a buyer. There was some incidents in so see was a Sutifi Hokria. And there is known for such electoral violence near there. So
Collins Dawood and pursue as well.
That's right.
I one was Nana Ninia Nabano, Ekazo Mukum Lipa de Biano.
Yeah, also Mukuni Padebia. And yet everybody kept silent in this country.
Wow.
Now, I'm saying maybe Ghana for we take NDC for granted. And now you hold the MPP.
I can't
so hard to say, oh, MPP, they expect some on the right thing. NDC for the home, there's Sanomoti. And because Sanomoti, among the impunity to misbehave in Ghana. On misbehavior, of course, nobody said anything. And now, on my holy, MPP for the and but they shouldn't forget to say we have not forgotten about Chireponi. The by-elections in Chireponi and what happened there.
And that's
national security for MPP for Chireponi. We have forgotten it.
And at
now, I wish to say at that time they had the courage to arrest Omanko and put them to jail. And the lives of Sami Jemfibe did not really know Okasa with such impudence and with such arrogance. I'm sure it's as we see and no a small boy, no a quadacra.
No, none of two diaper.
Into no diaper. Talk with such arrogance. But Ghana should be and some kwala or more bay. Trimmer for more bay. Or more picky certain behavior so uncharacteristic of Ghana.
Okay.
And how young people are supposed to behave. Nyame na do no kosu kakra bi no officer we do arrive. They have arrived. Omo kasa omo boso.
Omo man na
that's a yes ni omo dia.
Wow.
No omo ni buo any respect e manipa bia oti asasi so.
Wow.
They talk with such impunity. But if you are saying your video, that Quebec said, Pebaby, and I mean, you might dear. Oh, and to also more breathful. That's because social media money opportunity into to make cotton, no can your pibia to a young peers, can your person can no fun word free.
Yeah, some.
But I say, Unyini ya yensrede
yeah.
A quiet down when you never pa. You have a long way to go.
No correct.
Now why have an opportunity now? Obinya ya o 2 abonnet who's up opportunity create will not come your way.
No correct.
The omumra from nobody Ghana and answer MPP. Dear,
yeah.
Free speech. We embrace free speech. In fact, we are the people who fought for the liberation of Ghana when it comes to free speech.
That's right.
When the regime of the NDC, PNDC, NDC, silencing Ghana for, we had some people who stood up and said, no, you cannot silence us. Fought to liberate the good people of Ghana. And can what NPP for Yensro.
Yeah.
We are not scared of nobody. We are not scared of nobody. But the thing is, we want a debate based on facts, not insults, not maligning people. Oh yes, sir. What it does to you is that it makes you weak.
Yeah.
You become a weak person. You become a person that you cannot argue and be convincing. But politics is about conviction. It's about persuasion. Being able to speak to somebody's conscience for the person to say, you know what, I've changed my mind. Tomorrow I'll follow you. But how does that benefit you? How does that add a score to your political party? It doesn't. It takes away from you. So your good books, the Bible, the Corinthians, what comes out of us, and they it is what comes out of your mouth. One now dear view, and now they can send beer and yen sama. If you have it made now, my meaning I can't tell now. Can Sansam, but see, I did a good hoofy. And yet, the panel cast and the children. So people need to learn. Now, the ones she and I also knew man. It didn't maybe so I've seen you answer the door. It look away, Jimmy. Unim too much. And when you know too much, it can turn you into a fool. It means we've come a long way.
No, correct.
One of the issues are who's a registration, people have been asking, why are the numbers down? Why are the numbers down? Yes, the numbers are going to be down. I do not expect to say at the end of the registration, I will say, it me I register about 17 million people. No. That would have passed the threshold of the real voting age of people of more Ghana. It cannot. We cannot go past 50%. If we go past 50%, something is wrong with the register.
Right.
It just can't be.
Wow. And then I just
number drop it because all the registration or practices that went on any day. I was saying, death and birth registry. So I see it me checking here,
Papa. If
you are able to tell how many people died in Ghana between the period of 2012 up to now.
Yeah.
Because all those people who will be in the register.
Sad data.
If we know the number of people who have passed away from 2012 by the close of the register. Okay, yes, I limited registration during the creation of the regions, no.
Oh yeah. 2017
and then district assembly elections and so right. Almost a limited registration count. And the overall total registered voters in Ghana was over 17 million. And Sanya Babe started this new one. The new one, we are within the 12 million range, and we are at the final stage. This week, the fifth stage, and basically, then there will be a mop-up stage. Mop-up stage, will start August 1st to August 10th. It was supposed to have ended August 6th, but because of certain delays, the Electoral Commission added 4 days. So in case Obi MSA Sayina, they will have the opportunity to get the chance to register. And to register, my prediction, it shouldn't exceed 15 million. 15 million, there's a problem. One other interesting thing that so the data now, the electoral data now.
Right.
In fact, of the 15th of the registration, this is how the data look like in terms of constituency. Constituency are now registered in Papa as of the 25th day or in the registration exercise. Now, Greater Accra region, Lejekuku constituency. Omuna now registered in Papa.
I see.
As of the 25th, yeah. Normal register nipa 127,816. Lejikuku. Then followed by Domiko Abenya with 22,656. Then followed by Ashaman 119,402. Then from then we move to Central Region, which is Kaswa.
Okay.
Ewutu Senya East, almost about 107,049. Ewutu Senya East. Then we come to a Greater Accra again, Medina. Medina is also over 101,931. Then Waba Anyaso Tuum. And also 100,506. No about Adenta so nine Adenta. Now Adenta 2 is 100,009. Then Ablekuma North 99,000. And then on, and before you get to Nambuna half region, Tachiman South. The Bono region, no Tachiman a back population as of the 25th day. Now, Omo Abba was 97,604.
Wow.
For Tachiman. Then Ashanti region. The Ashanti region is also 12. Ashanti region is also 12, which is Kwabri East. Kwabri East, 95,000 plus. And then you come to Greater Accra region again, which is Tema. West. Oh, also 13.
About line breaky. I don't know. Neman Basa.
Then Volta region kept to south.
Hello, Madam Chair. Oba, what's the main? Okay. Madam Chair.
From
Madam Chair, line in your clear. My main sign flow in a second.
Region.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, what's the main? Madam Chair. Madam Chair, line on you. The line on. Yeah. Mama and sign and friend back. I'm say, the line no. All right. Yes, sir. I say I can. Madam Chair. Madam Chair. Hello? Madam Chair, what's the main? Hello, Madam Chair, what's the main? Hello, Madam Chair. Oba. Hello. Okay. Yanti Madam Chair, ebe na ebe sa friend BM. Sana be timide enkomo no awie. Okay. Madam Joe.
Yeah, come on.
Aha. Madam Joe fakakra sos my na me wese mesa nya no na
Yo. You were here for your damn someone who tea and pension more. Madam Chair, the brain no. The second of Unia Tias and the second of Unia Abutre. Emma, any Arishimu, Emma Electoral Commission, if we say, almost over the almost no. Said you be a Juma wishing unimu study as a yano. You can say, hopefully, and the Jumani the young to more. And I had been a crack. So, said you be all magazine. So I am a Juma. And I thought, car, a for electrician. When you send an electrician to Nadia Pacomana, when you saw the Mapa Mountain, Nadia Manano. Inti, ye can for a day electoral commission. Mummy, regime be a woman. No mummy and tears, Adia, another doctor who do. That's so on some ombres in me. No mummy and crime electoral commissions, they are supposed to be non-partisan. And so, yeah, na my what did near market paramana way of the same and the way of the same obia yen juma sabi yes so yen biara enti no mo yen regime e ma wo na ye mu se sabi ade na da no sa mo de best farmer yen nyina yen na yetini aye ato aba no na yetini yi ye man panyina ya ye pe ye na do dan kwakufu ado ne de na ba na wo bebu man no the better with this Madam Chair yen so me say it track them now is see police station.
Hello, Madam Joe.
Okay. Yeah.
Me pacha me say.
Yeah.
Madam Chair ba line also.
I'm also
Oh, okay. Oba ne to asoma ne.
Yo. It is also the way registration airport now.
Yeah.
And say I want for who number media. We say ada na hanamba no ayake kwata ada na hanamba no but then bobo tell then they can get crack and lead in the registration so far.
Okay.
Now part of the reasons need as to why they are, but they are still not where they were as of 2019. The voter population of Greater Accra. Right. So below by I think 17% or so. Now the attorney said, with the COVID condition in here, people are not using as much. So spank affairs and not to park for missing up with the Sandrona and Trahano what and Trahano at now register. And so it is increasing the votes in Greater Accra whilst it is minimizing the votes in other areas. I know you one factor. Ashanti region say, offer a place like Ofosuhene because the mine a core from a man go for 2 feet of what in many particular.
Oh wow!
Because majority of the people that work in Ofosuhene no mean free of what area.
Okay.
In the Juma says they moved out of town. Into Betmako. A certain police station, those as of 2012, 2016, and those police stations, it's more or less dead. Because an entire area, a neighborhood, that's why I said the household, or the number of houses in that area, are close to about 200 into. They are all empty houses, scattered all over. So that should tell you that the numbers coming from, let's say, watching a bed drop significantly.
Right.
And once it drops, it will affect the vote of the overall regional vote in the Ashanti region. But in terms of population, Ashanti region is the most populated region, even than Greater Accra. But of course, it is very open, very spacious, more people spread across. As again, say Accra, the whole region has become part of Greater Accra, so to speak. The ama overcrowding any other but the registration, the last data I checked, now areas are almost more CD, or more number of registered voters as against the last time we had an election, which was the district assembly election. Lejokuku is one of the constituencies. Maybe after the registration, we might delve into why Lejokuku treated Nakosota. Because people have migrated to that area, and as a result, it is impacting on the numbers that they are having. Because they are in the green. When all arrows are pointing down, Lejokuku is pointing up. I mean, vis-a-vis the registration or the register that we had as a community. If for the bit to say, but piano, English, the amount of the whole so it has shown green, and also the voter is going up. And more people have registered now than we had in the previous elections in Botiano amount. If for the bit to say, Amasama, and so and also Kosro, and also I appreciate numbers make Kosro whilst all other areas are pointing down. And also, meaning a way amount the trend of how maybe the movement of people, they kind of development makeup, and is it impacting on the number of registered voters in that area now? And you can see it happening in some of these constituencies. There are a few constituencies, looking at the percentage we want to see, they are either about 3%, they are at negative 3%, so which means as the day progresses with the fifth phase, maybe they can overcome the 3% and move into the positive, into the day. But the also the difference now is about 50%, maybe 51%, which means that it is a huge drop. It is those areas we have to still investigate, find out why there are not almost 100,000 registered voters. Now they are looking at about 50 or less. What has accounted for that that drop from 100,000 to less than 50,000 of registered voters within the area? Is it because people have moved from that area? Is it because people have died in that area or have traveled? Or what is impacting on those numbers? But as Ofosuhene, you cannot fully investigate the entire project and what it's pointing to, or what explanation you could give to why the numbers are either appreciating or declining. But overall, maybe I think that it's gone very well. When you call the polling station, there was nobody there. It was virtually empty. I did not stay in line. People rush to go and register immediately.
Right.
But as the day progresses, once the numbers not add for significantly. I went to register on Thursday, last week Thursday, and nobody was there.
Right.
Meanwhile, from my interaction with the DC officials that were there, also Sunday, Nipa, there's a line
Oh wow.
But as the day to me, by Thursday, and not the one person registering, and that's when I register. The Tiara said, if I never and see, I think that the Electoral Commission has done very well in terms of putting the people together to make this happen. And now on the issue of incidents happening, there were electoral officers who are almost so and those people should be prosecuted because What you conquer said you might so yet. Now we take it up with it. And what? And it is my electoral materials rather put no true. I will fear when I will register for 50. Meanwhile, the system is such that at the end of the day, they will print a return, a daily report to every polling agent are representing whichever party. They will give you a report of the daily report of how many people registered with their names and voter ID and all that. There are few information which is, but all other things are there. But only blue is only date of birth is only voter ID is whether they are male or female is so. And so this data is given, and then on the basis of that, you'll be able to know that they want. If it's for return from the Maya, this is the daily report. How many people were registered in that police station? It's also for Snacky, talk from my team, you will be careful. I don't know information as I said, NPP for former with the Maya. Because information,
right.
And I believe it registers the time that those transactions happen. And yet that easy, sir, is a very robust system. And yet that easy, sir, if you have it, Macono idea of 10 as an and yet the case, it will cost you so much to have to get somebody to manipulate the system and get the data now again outside of the period that I also used to get. It's a very morning, 7 a.m. to the 6 p.m. Our registration ended. That time stamp is on there. And you cannot change the time stamp. You see, those are some of the security measures that we are doing now. And money make it easy for people to just do whatever they want. So yeah, it will catch up with you.
Okay. All right. So, Safena, Sawadi Wafidi, Sawadi Atwaya, Amenado Radio Sini. Fire for fire. Yeah, and they, Jumadie, Edia, Edasune, let the truth be told. And until Sawati say, Yan Kasayen, Yan chairperson, NPP-USA, Obaya Frimpong. What say, and they are twitching como if you are my gun Nania air coso, a free time or registration, no, a shasiano, eba pimba be a way, and they near air cosunino, and what done a day amayin, ewo casafidieso. Na and sana no mamen kwa humana so, na ebiana, yenuano mumpanin for so, ebi ewo, asamba kum yenubia. Ebi opese obisano me wo Mr. Berima Buadiamponim, former chairman NPP Colorado chapter ewo ahomane so Mr. Buadi.
Hello, Amado.
Ye mo akwaba
Yeah, now the unya obaya awo himba.
Say network no say na esi connect no a sanity.
Oh, oba ye mo akwaba. Yeni aje ho de ko ye nyina yintimi ntina because ye we say ka this yank ye wo ha ye so ye register bi, but I think that what I face here na meeting are getting into it kakra na matie na kire say security measures wo ho na mo na wo ka say be wo ho a akoso bebre is it because of fraud and na say normal nipa movement into na ama akoso bebre.
Yo, me chiao. E pasa nyon kudo.
Bia kuye.
I'm master them for already. But then I promise to be a mama.
Okay.
Yo, and the areas middle of her, send you I do a hand. Not possible because of development. The development no. The tablet to say I'm a saman. Pokwase Amasaman area. No. The development of cost inside a movie cost outside of town, nothing. And from the one, but I spoke to the chairman of the Amasama constituency, Michael Fulgerson. And I said, the way we pay move back on the side, they are going to be overwhelmed by the biggest town and due to his work. And then, yes, the pay goes by others or cover the number of houses that are back on us. And you could tell the first time and I think that with the redevelopment of that bypass, and I said a bypass no more and if fly will get no more. Yeah. I'm a man to pass your trouble consistency. I'm a man consistency. I hope that seriously. And the whole kind of political, of course, Eastern region, Ashanti region, yeah. And the traffic committee, because we were good. For by we hope can plan. Put me the bridge, but maybe 2 hours traffic. Because construction and you're complete. And almost year you must be if I hold that Sunday. Now, maybe from here it is a dear, a dema, a can, and even have to check our direction. Then the finance are of course, a walk. Uncle to it is correct. And look at her now, it is in the opposite. Uba, what piano English, the amount to Miswa. Then what is the border of Greater region to Central region. And then from there, now you move into Paswa. And also, the honor, as I said, it's a take a cow of half to move back. Because they buy a there are some requests here. My little help, I've been able to get for that piano amongst the area. Because it's a move back. If I be to say, electricity corporation for electric sales. The dear woman who is a work, and if the dear man for you or not. The move was so much so that people cannot afford to buy so many service posts. I did my ritual with you. It is just I spoke to the regional engineer for the Greater Accra region and commit another diplomat based in this area, now commodity additional posts. So I will service post and I will let material with me area customer. It's easier. You only pay for service post. Maybe depending on where your house is located, and you can buy one, maximum should be 2. So if you are buying more than 2, that means you need an ECG there with my from there to the it is very narrow. It's an indication of where the population flow airport. It can also impact on the numbers. Like I said, when you look at the data as we have now, Botswana has gone up as against the 2019 register now. And when all the others are pointing down, Botswana amount from is pointing up. Amasaman is pointing up. Lejokuku is pointing up. So there are some places, I mean, why those figures may be going up as against declining. Kaswa area state development was huge. The problem too with Kaswa, crime in Kaswa, unbelievable.
Wow. No, Madam Chair. No, say omoya ho den. Ko da bia it is obi atwe sekan, obi atwetuo ni ade wo Kaswa.
Kaswa is a whole jungle in itself.
Wow.
The whole jungle. Here you are, you have the indigenous entry, but it looks like we are going to push to the side because the migration of other tribal groups now airport and nothing to what. If there are issues of land that a huge problem in Makaswa. and I say to say that and so yes, foreign land, mostly Liberians and Nigerians, or much the back. Also, so Ghanaians and money on this field for the national. Also, we are humanity. They don't work daytime, and I don't know where you ask what kind of job they do when it's do. In Liberia, when you can't get them out because of refugee situation, them on the Ghana and on the Kuba, almost that company. Almost the company boss, almost about the year almost land loss, almost class our tons as in Magana for a pencil. I say, any day now, watch my embassy, and found the sweaty dinner. What Jabosuma, and no soccer a huge problem. So you are dealing with these foreigners. We are near G woman vessel, you know, tonight. And we are also dealing with our own people also. And so as some corruption among the chiefs and all that problems in past one air course as and we get through and we get to be and we get through time every day something is happening there. Something is happening. Police is one of them. They get scared because police look up a long guy who become police is police police. I think it was last year or so. They don't fear anybody. They don't fear anybody. With time and everything and now full control of that area. If you honor you honor near media on the chap out on the chap out.
Wow.
That's one and yet I
yo. All right. Mr. Body, I better ask you a question. I would buy. Yo. Menkofa Dr. Mamikofa Dr. Jumo and so I was Cincinnati. Dog.
Uncle Mike.
Yamwaju anymore.
Yeah,
Bibia Boko there.
Bibia Boko, really. Ya beda Madam Chair Obayashi. Ya wabe chechu ni ama ya femi pa the past ya teneni. Ya mishra no bebre no hwe so. And then adwuma pa wabo abisi ne oto aso we bama NPP. Se ya me kase. Ono na ostati fire for fire.
Yeah.
Inti na asie bebre mano.
No correct.
Me father ya director Josephine Ashley for a leadership on the communication platform and on the communication NPP-USA communication.
That's right. Yeah.
I pay the Madam Ted because we're bubu my pepe on our ground near Wohuno on our report where your friend eyesight report. So what you here? And the na nya the person they come one say sanya usika ye say overall easy ayad pa
yeah
because although they were violent there were other issues now what treat mu nyina no overall no up to now aka 10 days and sana exercise na wie na so easy adwuma ye de share ni nsa.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, pepe.
Yeah.
Ushemwa. Sabi on make sure say COVID-19 protocols are ODCC kwenu on make sure say obi a mask, yeah, check temperature, washing of hands, wiping of the scanners, no, bibia akoso. Major issues are yaki violence and a little bit of senior Madam Church, no so one say Yakika say dia hand sanitizer as and I say major issues are putting in place major protocols or putting in place to make sure say COVID-19 and spread it. Then ya also say say any cases. I wish we na just say a bo easy abaso. Na anything ka say a bo easy abaso so a yambo jimensa abaso wakyerɛ sɛ adwuma no na mpitiaseɛ yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ na obiara suro no wabɔ adwuma no yie ama 10 days aka deɛ sɛ wayɛ more than half of the days a nim sɛ nneɛma a put in place no nyame yɛda nyame ase sɛ ɔbɛkɔ so abɔ ama no ahoɔden ne dc sɛnea ɔmo si yɛ ɔmo training personnel na ɔmo make sure sɛ biara ɛyɛ n'adwuma pɛpɛɛpɛ nti kakra na mesɛ de bɛka ho no na mewie nso amabɔ Ghanafoɔ aba so menim sɛ ɛnkɔ from there nanso president ka asɛm bi sɛ responsible behavior is needed in these times. Since a majority of people are almost 12 million, are 60, almost 60% use Ghana cards. Now about 37% guarantors and almost 2% a passport no. And not actually Ghana for any abrese on the making sure so more Ghana card or making sure so more register. Ama 2020 December 7 2020 abano omo ato enti me bo Ghana for so abaso the good behavior no omo put good behavior no there was enough security system and making sure say good behavior no will be implemented. Good behavior no will be done. And me Ghana for na ba so say omo ya say omo make sure say omo put you on a good behavior. In say yenya obi a violence wo any ade ba ye say faces na aka no am I anti-violence be people should be responsible and make sure say we support the state on what the EC is doing for Ghanaians. Na omutimi nyo omodwuma papa. Enti kakra de beka Madam Chair dia ho no enye bebre bia because Madam Chair tinya bibom nyina a kere yen dynamics na happen wo Ghana no. Na yo ba ko so am de beka ho biometric registration kit NPP-USA and our report is said about 8,530 K. Initially, na enough problems. Say no, enough problems. You need to make sure say you need a register within 6 minutes. And also papa. Great. You know, I'm a bomb home. Until where you can cram the back on the Bramite. Why? Yo, that's say. Open. Papa, me pacho.
The next dog. Dr. Dumont, me chia million.
Madam Chen.
Economy. I mean, show it. And a very good point about the form of documentation. A month for you to the register. Now, I'm saying before the process, you know, and this is for you. We are saying, we are going to
no correct.
The unya butre, who are butra. You see, I want to take your brother with me.
I wouldn't be the
way you soon. For I look at the data now. About 4%. About 50% of people under the time on the national identification card is that 60%. And then guarantors is about 37%+. And then a passport at the cost. And the other than I know we are
no.
When you look at this data, and sometimes you know, I see I play now so yeah,
oh no,
but at the end of the day, the data exposes that. And I know made it over yet. which I think is very instructive or bringing that point of form of identification used in the various registration by this and very, very important. It's very, very important. Also, the limited registration in year in 2009, the guarantor, people that use guarantor were 97%. Since I have the data. Yeah. 97% of the people use guarantor system to register during the limited registration in 2019. So it has never been a problem there. To be a birth certificate, I am registering at Dana. Because the data does not support those who are making that argument.
Right.
Because after all, the question now is how many Ghana want to take a birth certificate from their parents? If we are to limit it to that document alone, trust me, a lot of people wouldn't have better to register. For the most part, they don't go for war passport. And passport is, say how many percent? About 2.something%.
Okay.
They can better use their energy to do something more productive.
Yo, Madam Chair, better was na send me can and Safena do a video, Saudi to here. I'm not radio sini. Fire for fire. Better ne, and yet do a brother say, let the truth be told. Sa series say, and she say, Pabia, NPP-USA. Yeah, Nipa or Dano, I know Titreni, any and any church and Komwe. Chairperson, Madam Chairperson, Mrs. Obaya Frimpong. Any and any church and Komwe. Now, me director, and so, ewa na yedi nkomoya no na mahuza mpanyimfo bi wo so na montwa ma me mesramo mama obi akasa Madam Chair nyamye ni nokre am say enura opposition party NDC was wo adoring no maame a obo ni din be na otwemienu ene kakra ni so no ene oba running mates enura wokobo odwa eyi ne kire na kasaya de omu kasa bebre ewo ho na enumu no na midi kaya bisa se we oba ya wonso na oda NPP-USA kuo ni nyina no na adwuma yi nyafe na woye waye ache na andisi fonso akoyi oba uhu ne se na de na wo eka fa ho atiefo etio
yo alright me that let check your food yo one say okay na president John Mahama he the running mate.
No correct.
But up until say you running mate. Na ya chair because of say to abayi almost to abayi. I'm saying you look Friday.
Aba.
If you chair or the bad now the bad na to say. The deal who the airport.
Yeah.
Okay, that's story and a fire airport yeah. They say the candidate. Obama is not a company. And so we are meeting a study almost headquarters.
Okay.
And the training me for the brain within the party for my Nick candidate now.
Wow.
And so, yeah, President Hakaka and one out there. Now, so now, it wasn't because the woman is not competent. But first of all, before I go into this, let me put this on record, or let me say this as a disclaimer first. Now, then you'll be at the minimum. Not me name the my thing is me name not a dink of it. That time no mayor vice chancellor of the university.
Okay.
And at that time not a mayor. And that I would say I didn't know the political affiliation. And I knew her through my husband. He's a very close family friend to that woman.
Okay.
And the husband. And I think that ex-husband now. Very close because they live next door to each other on the campus of the university.
Okay.
But my husband's father was also a lecturer at the time. My many to Canada, where the PhD Canada buy almost today.
I see. Yeah, I was Bema.
Master or next door.
Okay.
And to look with you, man, now I'm not less, very, very close and in the course of one of this new happen. And then the picture. If you know, be a minimum there or you remote person for me. I know her. I look with you only in the car. You don't think I in the car, but in the ministry, the deal for long before, or the year at the time when he was an English lecturer at UC.
Okay.
Now, we are not too China. They are called the realm of politics. The realm of politics means what any place. And the only plan until one of the ground there, politics to become more But the dear Lydia one, oh dear Lydia. Now, they also cancel.
No correct.
And in terms of fair, my man, that's the woman qualified. Yes, absolutely. He qualifies 100% if yes, and ma within Ghana, a person of mobility of mine at that level. He is one of the people who could be a good candidate for that position.
Right.
The only unfortunate thing for her is that she chose the wrong side to join, which is the NDP. Because when you have a party led by the incompetent one, then whatever information. Well, and I said, I didn't he can make it also incompetent.
Yeah, and Madam Chair, natural say, baby, I work was Shanunti, and now baby, or did political affiliate na fano, at some ameno credibility so, and I'm a boy.
And please, it's a vice president. The 1992 constitution.
Yeah.
It spells out the role of the vice president. The name John Mahama, and then the vice president at Emisa, and how he treated the vice president at Emisata.
Right.
So now, how does Mahama convinces me that this time there is going to be different, and that Lord Mahama will not be the cabinet vice president, and that the woman will take her rightful place as the vice president of under John Mahama's government. I don't see it. You see, you know, the best use one, and Panana, the near show.
Yeah, show, ma, no correct.
Now, dear, we didn't, you know, and I didn't see and share and so can you and share a year or something. Or the blood will be and tell. So what has changed? To bad character and father could do.
No correct.
I
don't know, being so can't say, Subandi at the same sign. One there, Boba.
Bibi Emma, who said, the president of Maso, Ufa, Dr. Muhammad Baumia. And what Baumia has been able to achieve in terms of war partner with the president and not the government. It's because the president gave him the opportunity to shine.
No
to do the things that he loves to do or the things that he knows he can do them. And if an opportunity to find out what are you going to do?
Yeah. Na ama ni gifts a wone nyansa wo nyina na ka hye obi kura nto
Yeah. Everything and a petty as an pastor friend.
I'm say aya kasapa mebo.
Kasapa, sorry.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that now made Janet when I spoke to them and said, the woman had a big platform last night. Actually, yeah, both mean that. But your biggest platform and your biggest speaker of the man, a speaker number one, it has to energize your base. Big time. And can anybody tell me what this woman said that he feels that it will energize the base of the NPP?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Energizing it. You have to appeal to the sense and sensibility of your core supporters. Because if anything fails from there, they will still come by. What did the woman say that appeal to the sense and sensibility of the masses of the NPP? So shall be how share among people the anymore. The mannerisms of people. Because he was just, let's say, in politics, no, if you are afraid to take risk, then you can't go far. The woman, I saw her, and then the Professor J. Nano Pokwa demand that I know. And the position I'll take in the teaching. I could see she was afraid to take risks. Go to a platform, and the platform is to expose you, and the platform is to set you apart from your opponent, and the platform is to allow you to present yourself in a way that will shake your opponent. We didn't see that vibe. The energy was not there in terms of energizing the core base of the party. The NPP. We didn't see it. They mostly point time. What they do another a government.
Yeah.
Because you are an alternative what the government is doing, what you want to do. We didn't see any of that. Because you could feel that she wasn't trying so hard. And I said, she was trying so hard not to take risks. Trying to
very
play
well.
nice to everybody. Once a while, she'll give some vibes, and I thought, but on net direct with the picture upon it. And she was just tiptoeing on the issue. Ocean is the core of Marina or about gender. Gender is a key so much of the time.
Right.
And then praise singing of Mahama for having selected him. And you're working within time.
Yeah.
And so you see a lot of time going round in circles on that. And now about youth in general, in a generic term. And or see religion or discrimination, put it that way. And I don't know, we emphasize on religion. We also talked about tribalism or tribal issues and stuff. And all the things are officially now, because you use issues too much. All the other three things are things that are very controversial stuff. When you say somebody is being discriminated against, at what point does that occur? say yeah registration exercise. Na ampani power say obi nya Ghana ni no on the time. Because the better say we do discriminating. Ya obi Ghana ni para mo ko banana and ko register na. And I say the para ko register na. So these are issues that is controversial, but she meandered into those territories. The punchline is fine again. I think the only punchline maybe I heard was on the issue of education, where he said that it should be about access and not the numbers, how many people are in school, but access. And then the question is recycled back to her. Say, but you were given the chance to have improved access. What did you do? And how can you have access to that number?
Yeah.
Is that access? Say a tiny diama the parcom. Now the parcom and the person they say and your numbers na you are access. A number of access. There, it sounds very short. Because when you are making such a grand or putting your best foot forward in a campaign or in a political platform, when you lecture room for what she did, in a lecture room setting, in a conference setting, perfect.
Right.
When you look at how she delivered, which I know that woman will not disappoint. But then I know she won't disappoint. The delivery, excellent, solid presentation, and then you come forward. I mean, she's an English teacher or English
professor.
And the about eloquence and all that are perfect. Is that what will win them both? Probably not. But when it comes to say the political terrain now, what in the Naya Population, what makes and he tailor to that audience?
That's right. That is what everybody is looking for. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she fell short. In my opinion, she fell short. Politically, she fell short. Because for me, I think that you have to tell yourself who you are, not going to it. What you've done. And you're just yes, you're a professor at UC, a vice chancellor of UC. But being the head of a public institution like the UC, you would have taken some risks and initiatives here, properly woman. Your role as a vice chancellor of the university. Yes, can you educate us on that? Over to me, I can't hear so much than of one because it's not everybody who. If I'm in tech or Legon, I may not pay attention to what you are doing. I care about what Professor Mononiza was doing at tech in my days as a student at US. Now K and US. So I may not pay attention to what happens in Cape during your time after Professor Obeng left, and then I think after Professor Obeng it was when she came. And she said, "When to me, I'm working at you, your record, because those are things that it's yours. You did it. Tell us how you did it. Tell us where the university was and where you took it to. Educate us on it. Because you are telling yourself. But never touch on this. Never. Then you are moving to, you go, when you became Minister for Education. Yes, he blocked you. He was the engineer or whatever. We want to hear more. How many were you supposed to deliver? I dear President Mahama in his introduction of her Okaye, he started the sanitary pad kind of something. He delved into some areas that I thought it was so below the belt for the president to say saying that, but he did. I mean, former president, he did it anyway. In course of that, he wasn't sure what term to use or what, and so he was meandering into all this and said tamper. Which, I mean, for me, I laughed. What is this man talking about? But it's your own submission. Now, Sanka, if we capture all those things, so that at that point, what declare we stand. Why you both? I mean, what you did, your achievements, or more people bringing it on, let them bring it on. But it was a missed opportunity, in my opinion. Had the opportunity to have gone there to see at this point, some men have been at that stage, look at tell you, a Juma year, well, a UCC when you were there, and a Juma year Ministry of Education when you were there. Last night was her night, and last night, her night, I don't think she needs that to politically.
Very well.
Politically.
Yo, Madam Chair.
I don't think that the NDP probably were happy campers last night. They did not see her make any punches at the opponent. They did not see, and especially where the president said that he was going to talk about the policy of the NDP and all that. And he failed to touch on that. You see, even though the eloquence, and I think I did say that it sounded more like he was more like a poet than he was a politician on stage, speaking to the conscience and speaking to the sense and sensibilities of his own or her own, what do you call it, her own base. And in the base, I think that she did not touch the base. So it will have to take John Mahama some magic to try and get the base round up.
Yo, Madam Chair, one of him, better was Papa Pana. Last question. Na Mama, afraid for no so quite. And then they are time. I'm watching to me call a baby. I just would that. Cause I breed it. In Ghana.
And not yet. I sleep is for the week.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very well. Sanya ya ne odi nkomo ye. Yeda sorry anopai na radio station a ye friend Kasapa. Enso so afrew enu odi nkomo kro ye ne odi. Me wo ai recording no abeta mrenti bia ye ntimi mo beta kire no mebo amatiefo ahunu. Se wan ni maame natem. Bibia nkyere se maame woka asembone bi efa na ho. Nanso abrantie bia mekan ya na mempesa meboni din kura wo afidie so akoa bi ya eso di Solomon owusu sa akoa no mepacho anya bia wonim no na nka kiremu kakra se kwan ben so na ade nim no because minim se obi audio bi sa eto petia ekwa akiri pa enkomo aye di ekwa akiri pa na kire niema mu kakra na tiefo so enhunu sani asem no esiti
yo Ramai me dasi me check this advantage about it so me kakra nim pi ba bi me kakra
I see
na nim me kakra no bet maka say May of 2015.
Okay.
And one of my chairman and on the fair in LA chapter.
Los Angeles, California chapter. Okay.
The call be ever the state, Colorado. At the coast school. That was a few of mine. The number of money said, and you put it too far. on contacting me. That's how I get to know him.
Okay.
As I see to the yeah, bro, the first year woman be we are in share, then she has started to be with that mean until that fateful May 2016. The chairman a friend of Katrina or the do from hands of the DN of them. And the bar is young. Because yes, I'm pretty fast.
No correct.
And I put him in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I only I hope I want to stay in Colorado.
That's right.
And the first person about Colorado, I bought.
Debbie, school of
I can't count.
yeah,
The number.
Sir, Ukunu Ankasai, a engineer, School of Mines. And sorry, most of the people na cry on Unya, Aquenya Best School and be brain one. Yana, or more contact him.
Any baby.
Yeah, many to
Of mines.
yeah.
Now, Branty Aboni, nothing from yes, you say a fence. Primary school to Amedia with you. And you are coming up and yeah, that's all your padapra.
Yeah.
Or men look me in any way, and all men in any way. A bench here, ma, and men is ya. Who's why your clients are on all track over. Oh, introduce to know about, of course. You can say, you know, woman feel is a Wabesti.
Yeah.
Let's hear the tra, let's hear the DG. I mean, those are normal things people.
Yeah. Yeah. Some make meneno, menene Dr. Do say, Abamufio abedi bayirane, you contom rabo mupe.
And I'm so now, in fact, you say she's trying to back.
Yeah. One out in a buy. I, one out in a buy fee.
And I mean, the year, they say a year double yard.
Right.
I don't. If there's opportunity that I have to open up people, I open it up. But exactly, there's one thing I never do in my life. I'm a very strong believer. Nyame, God will bless anybody He chooses to bless.
That's right.
So Nyame, I say we might need the shower. And Nyame must make an intention.
Yeah.
So I'm not somebody to discourage people from their what they set their minds up to. Because the Nyame plans for your life.
Right.
In the fulfillment of God's plan or God's will for your life. I don't do those kinds of things. I don't. I don't know. So, yeah, one night with you, no, Bolivia. Yeah, I know or happens we know a brand in Yami or so. Yeah, in yourself. You need power. In fact, I would say that you need power. 2017, somewhere in July of 2017, and I granted of a church or near maybe that time that was when the president Ofosuhene was coming to the US for the first time. I need power. No, but sustainable development goal.
Okay.
That was the time Amoakohene as a co-chair to that initiative, the SDG program. No, and the term officially, no information and my hope. We took the steps to try to understand why we say almost me and more money ahead of time for us to plan. Before we could say that, I grant that and so they will send you in your
yeah. abodamsam nko a nyansa bi anim
owo fanko fo hu na no send no o de it is so yeah na the confront for the matter again na we that was my first confrontation with that guy, and this was in July or August of 2017.
17.
What's the matter? Any matter? As my father day, my brother said, "Gidi munya butre for biya." It's obi kum fu obi kum ayi a kan say.
Obi fum kuma, yemfu obi tum fumunwa.
Can you focus at the they know why they are saying it. Almost my information. They try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
On some to where it's kind of entering into the realms of insult. Enter ye.
Udimpa infuata.
You don't speak for NPP-USA because the tone of the letter sounded as though it be NPP-USA now instructing its own that is in your opinion, and it was not a good thing. And now some now all can, but how he said it, it's not what you say. It's
but how you said it.
You can have a very good
point.
Initiative, a very good point. But
yeah.
And it will destroy you and your relationship with so many people because of your singular approach. And your brand is HTV my name.
Really?
And it's it's written, a written message. So, verbal, it's a written message. So
okay.
I have it. Now, after that, then we were to back and the people there in Union. And then my name is the cancer, something and no fun with that.
Right.
So I also gave him a response. The matter, PhD now, oh, you're not. I said, and then they're both done. Who you PhD and just only the answer. Say PhD and two answer. So that's it.
Ah, yana nanu mo PhD. And somebody nyansa bu man.
PhD is academic level, and it is the highest level of academic attainment that you did mean. That's what it is. But when it comes to life experiences and things like that, I'm not a PhD. PhD, they both you into some specialization. You stay there. And sometimes people go doing PhD because maybe they want to move into academia. Right. And in academia, no, PhDs are normally required to make it come. Those who are people, 100%. And you'll be an the person who has a PhD in life. And then that's all your PhD is what. Now, Yancy, you are seeing Yancy now, I go on what is great. Eddie, a good grammar, Eddie,
Nason.
Double. And no, a bit chair. And from that, I think July, I just decided, you know what, I'll reset my mind back to May of 2015. Michigan. I'll reset my mind back before I met him. Because that's to buy me. I'm or cutting my heart. I mean, yes, that. And the way see any near my fan, any the way I'm near my fan, it's me, and driving me. For me, I cut him off. In my head, he never existed for me. So he thought me cut that in some year. I'll say, show you. And this was in 2017. Now 2015, no, that was when more or less, no. The introduction, no. It was me and within the phone. The captain said, "Yeah, conference in New York in August of 2015." It's one my uncle. That's another okay. So what the first one I said, "One my uncle for a academic work, yeah." Oh my uncle.
Right.
No, sir, no. Over the final of hair, no, so in this map. And I look for the youth conference of NPP-USA for the first time. I mean, what did I do? Introduce him to people within the NPP-USA branch. No, Oji boss. And Oji Nanipa. From there, and
Etu chabi wo.
And the way you no need to.
Onye chabi so sanso a nkwasasem nko an o kan.
Na oja pictures ni so you saw oja to na you really dey boxing. And that was here no go the pictures never. And no enter ho na October the women's farm raising event at Columbus High. No, the catcher, you cannot want finally last minute now to the
Sir,
and the also.
Fundraising been a bass so I Columbus, Ohio. Said Dr. Dusa na organize here. So Bekaya.
No, a women's wing law event, but a only two event. So he as the chairman of that chapter. No,
right. Okay, because Bakubi Namuton tickets $50 be Metobi Manko Medianam demand de coy.
Oh, I see. And
Yeah.
then the minimum all these things.
Maybe they are $50. And I'm demand de coy.
Anybody I knew, I made sure I introduced this boy. In fact, the chairman at the time, Chairman Bobby, the difference on the PA, the producer need to appear down cover.
Yeah.
The time you call comes to yeah, oh. The introducer, oh, the mini abandonment. They check, I also make his friends or make me a make and then it's a test. Problem being. So, that, you know, it is that issue about me letter of security about President Mayane, young country of Mokita, your press of Catchel. I want I'm in trouble, etc.
Wow.
Media, that is my recollection of power, etc. In December of 2016, I went a Ghana for a conference.
Okay.
The two back with US in December 26th, and I'm the year. And that looking at you, but the issue is not a down Mr. Lincoln, you know, young men settle. You may do the buyer, they do a new no piano back. And you can't watch it. And that is that. So it was in 2017. I maybe now I have decided in my mind that this character, no way. If you are now with the one.
You're too as here.
And no problem. And that. Okay, and so fine. That's fine. And that if you want. So I mean, try to see and so. And that I never do her. It's all secondary school near again. I never do her. But when you grow up, never do her. It's below you. That you have to live about this technology.
That's right. You need to grow.
But this pettiness was still going on. It appeared down for a fair year. And it says she after Obama December 25th, 2017. And then we did like one other born so you were there.
Yeah.
And the free honor. And a man standing answer said there was another email exchange. I don't know. So he wanted to any about the USA election.
Right.
So I thought or yet I thought on a running debate I began. And so your calendar of how you do things. If you can't just stick to the answer in for you debate. I don't know say anything how he took it. And I just your campaign some extra. The campaign some starting and advantage at on the Obia and not me a cast them December a year. Said the chum, young for starting me.
Right.
They can then Kaka the young then a branch fire. NPP-USA elections every year. Every charm at the past and it message is the airtime, a move audio, a move light up, a move as it. Well, yes, but sometimes who mean now do some Pennsylvania. It will be a never go her. A never go a big one in your school of American.
Who want I yeah.
Because it is so below you. And one of the things that, at least in human behavior, we learn those things. So sometimes, the character of people it's formed at the very formative years of the family life. And it tells you the kind of trauma you can assume until you behave, or get behave with such impunity. Okay. So it gives you like, that is an eye issue. Because the person behaves as somebody who has no shame, who has no respect, and who don't care. If you want to put two young men somewhere in a woman,
right?
It's illegal when you are dealing with such a character. They have no shame, they have no respect, and they don't care. If you hear saying that, it's becoming more and more revealing. If you are not it takes you back to the home. The upbringing of such a person. How was he brought up? Was he brought up in the family of mother, father, siblings, almost not together now? Can you be clear? Or he was running amok in the family? How the new monitoring one. So all these things begin to surface for you when you are dealing with such character. And it speaks to their core, how they were brought up. And it's not, they have no shame, they have no respect, and also they don't care.
I see.
And then they know so as time I was doing to buy this such people a dance. And what gives them or what pumps them up or what makes them feel like they are men or they are a man or a bema. And it's what they are capable. Do you really see why? For me, it's not to somebody who knows self-esteem. Very low self-esteem. Because yes, I'm a man who know your person can of what. Now, I'm going to put for a bema. It's an national, it's a bit young of war. But underneath all of this, is somebody who has very, very low self-esteem. The only time the confidence is back is when he's doing those things.
Wow.
With all this, we have been in human behavior practice for so many years. Like, they're dealing with so many characters. So I'm able to zoom and see people for who they really are. But of course, if I'm not to say, hey, you just let it pass. It's one of those things. As another will say, this too shall pass. Not the case.
All right. Madam Chair.
But you begin to pity those people with time. Because who say, maybe they go far. But because they carry the wisdom of the world, like the one,
right.
And no matter and it is what is true, and will be additional. And such people, sometimes it gets to a point where you can't help them. Except to say, tell them, I will be after my daughter. Oh, you'll be at the end of the day.
Yo.
A big point to be at. Now I get a ridiculous levels where at that point, to be able the kind of person you are. And it doesn't have to come from my mouth. It's advantage. It's because of the what's what I mean. I
just no correct.
The tip of the iceberg of how somebody that was introduced to me in 2016, and basically that's all he knows. He doesn't know anything about me. As I teach you, ensure the day to the day he stepped into my house.
Nana because yes you from Boase ho baby and antisa.
So I can't possibly have met him or known him.
Okay.
Because first of all, no. Onye miti pen.
Yeah.
Jinka kael. Then we were triba. We were triba no ma. You can let triba be a bear and be sana.
Okay.
And triba into a court. And we were triba. Come triba be a bear and sana. So can young part in summer akodaka. O company some can in summer here. At the president nasty a campus so cool woman said you say.
And also a danger. And also a dangerous. A very dangerous.
Or exchange of idea. Meeting the next year so say because I disagree with your hammer, my betting myself. I can't do that. That is not politics. If I want to challenge the Mahama, I'll challenge the Mahama on ideas.
Yeah, and the facts.
I want mine. And make your point. Be convincing. Because in politics, it's about persuasion and conviction. If you don't have these two, you better go into that tangent of insulting people. And the third thing is that the things he says in answer, for the most part, are lies about you. But if he said, Obeka, Afro Waka,
yeah. I see.
When you look at somebody who claims to say or pursue a program in PhD program, that is the highest level of academic credentials anybody can have. Doctor, philosophy. You must live above this stage. Now, in summer, it is free such a person and not ever. You can only do that.
Yeah.
Because tell the Bible can I've said before you this day. Choose life and you have life. Or choose death. So when you are stepping before him, Nyansa, any Jimmy, not just Jimmy,
yeah.
What can you do?
Jimmy. I don't know, so when you'll be maninka, and I think Wabodam, meaning so I'm so a damn party be on it. Now, my
win a fight with the Dia, you see Nyansa, Jimmy, or you see Jimmy. You can win.
Wabodam, damn party. Utien some more keka videos or ye now or to petenwa. And Sanya, or Timmy Joe be at them dinner busia and then the manina at them now. Wabodam, Wabusia Fabeka. Nabusia Fabeka.
And then, if I choose to do PhD today, I will do it. But that's not where my mind is. It's a choice. You have made a challenge. That's all. You're going to be on
Now, I hope say, oh, tie, and in some of your Kenya. Now, I am say, and no, the better Colorado Hadia. And the engine and the best of your tobacco. Yen and the best of your tobacco.
Nana, Mr. Madam Chairperson,
when you ma, you did not. I know, or how can you fight with such a person? First of all, make us a kind. I've set my amount back to May. I think May 6, 2015. I don't think about this guy.
Yeah.
I don't dream about him.
And these are some of the stuff. Akwantu emuno. Yana ebinumu mpesa mbeji ahowo no. Obi mpesa ahowo kura bebe ni fie. Ana obeji no. Because papa we ye. Eno wa ketia na. So odi do atemye videos ne audios yi.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. What can you say? A dear party, no, my eye, what else? So you're not within the national phone, some like you are a year. And some of the answer for his life. Because of his own beginning. I don't know what you might be dealing a bunch that is also not to money.
Already. I'm saying na only my one jive videos and any audios now. Na obiana no yes ye be bia no na ye be trash no. Ye be trash no papa.
My interview on Kasapa. Again on the car ye e wo ma. Say ye trash to mama na anything or tiny baby. Na why no ho adwum je na so man san ho no ge ko ho papa na okoye sa o right up
Sa bodam sam na ye kan ebi no nya bodam no say what into magu a utru mu e da so na mabontin o hwe amafo bodam asie ene se o mu de se
na onu trash onu no ko kan na den
wa madam Chena because Michelle Pada say such a very respected person. USA they will be respected party. It's quite unfortunate that this guy is trying to insult such a. I mean, you say because somebody do the power make I don't know why this guy is doing it. I mean, I don't know. So I mean, sometimes because only panel who take as a point interview now. One will be at I don't know why. Who chose the what is this?
Only my show used to for so many years. Is that how I do my politics?
What do you want? I'm very disappointed. I'm say Obi also I want the PhDs, whatever he's. I mean, he sound like a fool. I mean, I don't know. This guy, Charlie.
You don't have to be into wisdom. Wisdom, I mean, they do. I'm fine, no more. I'm sorry.
Chairperson, could you do this in here?
Hey! Senior!
Napo.
Yamiadum.
Yeah, mechanic media minimum power. My master day we mobi and can want symbol. Yes, ready. Yeah, you need more. Yes, they are yet actually in the same year. Independent also a more the other person or mocha. But me took a kind of say any mic in Amopa. You might present some way. You focus on the 2020. The buyer will retain power and open a bit to me a shame in the the woman oxygen and a bed bank.
No correct.
The basso, you know. Maybe dear. Yes, we are now for no anything in Akasai. But I just somebody per more. That is a be intimate and some young I will be our baby or bet me then at the atom. And you know, Mopa, no my discuss with the above boy, I am in 2020. If you say no more, boy.
Open here, that's
like I think Wakasapa, but see who's a sometimes someone will be the bar. I don't know after tell it, actually, such a very highly respected. We talk about the champions of NPP-USA.
No, Colorado Hagrano. Ofosuhene. Colorado Hagrano.
me pacho me ma me say obema bia oba chimo tim no odon satre no so a obre isaade no fa tu trim ye bema na so wo oba na be di na tem ba kasa fa no ho a ye so wo yiri danaji wo baba then na pese da che de ye wo baba wo nua ba wo maame se na da che pese de ye sa ni pa no
ono so ma mienu no awo mo wa wo ma mienu ene ebi be kono so pa.
Right here, what things is that? So why you be body book on all your sacred?
Yeah,
I don't know but when the person has not done anything to you, out to me first time 20% did not tell to I mean I don't know why. So yes, because if I said we're tell next year we're tell now to be maybe have a point of doing that.
Any pa ye on papa and your moana it try can papa. Yeah, papa you know what baby for any any pakro na ho nti yuwa yo nyan kupon aduma anti masano nko de me discuss de be
opanyi wona wudin no ye ayi no na wona wudin no ye dai kojo no
dai kojo eno no.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that's say what me edu ya be shemu aman na but media dey media or ye videos e dey here kwan bia so no yeso ye be respond eno de no
manya kami musa tell lady tell woman na de ba ko pe bi se bebo a tell woman tell woman say aja sentiment bi ma yenum bi no mo amma fi am register. Is there any provision for the EC say oba said we wait me call the head office of any of the EC we say offices maybe to register? Is there any provisions am I in say should in case it may be LDA to Munama for me about before December 11 December 7?
That's it. Yo, I'm saying you know see 226 Oman cater for that.
Okay.
I want to take or there's no provision in there. Remember continuous registration.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, for calendar at Jana. Yeah. I think September. On maybe a friend is saying. And we have the process. Now, the after the exhibition, like I said. And then one another full register too.
Okay.
Probably next year or two, or more limited registration now. And now, and you get to me, I register.
I register. I think. Me WhatsApp on ya kasa wetire. Nti mpanyifo de meja mo wana jo fa na maso aso.
Opanyi dey kojo ya das papa.
Obaya metiasi o. Yen kokora no won frɛ.
Kizito.
Won frɛ.
Not for me.
Mete wonka da bia. Na Mike Solomon no nya oye nyina ode na makọ media na. Wo mo ka se oye adwuma wo Amenado. Aya ti asempa. Enti ya ye careful.
Oh na Kizito. So we bia na sese wa be kan yo.
Yes.
Na Kizito obi a wo se wo ya PhD na wo di tro kase se ya na nye dam na waba na obi nkan kire me say oyede
Mike PhD ne o mu mienu NPP for there na NDC for there se da bia me ka kire o
ono ne dia na NDC
NDC for there ni bi no pita no
I see. Yo and Kizito
Kakwano kase I don't know oya no asaka se me NPP ni
Adabia okay me NPP ni
kada do ko Kufuado enko oh my god never said because we oh yeah na by cause you ready to the order mono or the American flag where for as a from of Kasa. I don't know what he's trying to oh my god
na moving from to a man for any say
American flag is as flag where for there Or just the so I'm a patriotic citizen. I don't know. It's costing too much.
Nana mami fatwa man for him say. Yes show ya. Ah yes slogan. Any fire for fire no. Obi ate say obi the fire one. Me pa mo acho enya Amenado show no. On say onu Denver ha ne enso Denver. Ye de fire for fire no. Onu akofa fire one. Na say one hwe ni here. Obaka say eye we ya.
But you class fire one any radio station what they have na do radio. It only says was for fire one radio. It's no more fire one radio to say your policy radio you don't know but anyway. It's this kind of person you are dealing with say Ubi you're a fool. I mean you are just wasting your time. You have some fools so just go up that deal.
Nana Mama me running na manfo. Amanfo support mon kasa.
Obaya can be out. You listen to the interview Kasapa.
Yeah.
I don't know why he came out with all these insults. I mean, why the interasa?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because we didn't that's what the yesterday, but small boy, you know, just keep crying and how they are called by.
Ofosuhene e bedo wase. Na mama me kwa ahoma no so na manfo epekwan akasa. Na mi wi amesen aba so Kizito so wawie Kizito
mama wie na meka na maka no
yeah that's it mama mfa anti aba quick o wi na fe Joe say wusu na obi nso number ne ye unavailable number na ono nso abamu amaye enti anti aba Westerville Ohio
Uncle Mike
anti aba
that's then
about the other room, I hear na monso.
Oh, Yankopo na ye na izin here nti ogudu shan. Mi chi obi aso awodo na mo are shendo obi anu ye. Madam Chair mi chi awo oba pa.
Ataba me.
Nje yampo ye kasa ncheri. Anyway, dama Abrante no de bibi nkoye because Amenado one kasa wo hona. Ya wo ya Amenado nkakra ya nkata wo se paka pa doctor doctor minimo shi doctor minti shi beti kofi wa yo besi wo ka fa ni beti radio ya radio ya wo do dada o ba na shisha brava wa na say Amenu Yakupo na chemache di bio obi o yi for born me feel Uncle Mike and cause Amenu ya clashes bebre because the way I carry no home, and the way I want to be, and the way I want no that Jamanu Chrome one, and I never see him now that Jamanakuna. Where can take it about Rujo? Where was Yadu?
I'm sanity. I think so.
Because some time here will be my young engineer, why way you. And when I saw opinion of your friend, I quit.
No, correct.
But the point is there, Sabi, Obi, or Jimmy Funo. Bible no was it. Sometimes my best friend won't just be waiting because I can't allow the man to feed there, Jama or Yancy. Inti I made the Madam Chair and then I church and say me as from my no man can what him do because he doesn't even deserve your acknowledgement. On this on any baby going singing or be on transal can someone. Not that is any being put on Shabbat. I made the Benin beautiful way now is a but no matter what me to be done be look after them being papi be out. No matter who you are. Because Benin put hair, be still push your arm by the know. Benin yet gentleman or what it's in you don't insult a woman. Let alone of you on your shit. And you can't person answer someone came. I do not say that the maximum okay or that I'm out we send you whatever any man who there. That I said, we are going or by heart. That's in them. Into no Indian treating with a contempt no deserve now. Honor them the baby because I'm being done in them way. Say, John and Miss Cape not a cabin tell I can do what this share. In Sabe want to pray. What you say, it's too no what is a fool. Why desperate? Why frustrated? Ni be you know today so what is the nature? Hey, I ask some more. It's no that quality. Amenado create normal exposure. And now so I mean way and I mean way. No be more opinion. But then you will be opinion but I will brag today. I don't go baby.
Until all the enya brain wants an action, I said, you were one cause I enya fight for the Yako Yeni money, Yako Yeni. And this to many is complete. Until he should go home to where he belongs. Now you don't get the know. I mean, I started by no concern, I didn't block him. I tried to friend a couple of times to make me last match him. My money got a cry. Because I mean, I don't talk to people like that.
That's
I mean, one wondering for a through body. I mean, maybe I could be real body because my city, yeah, sure that I mean what it's in here. Because on body, in your is that no, mammy, you. Or be a entering saying it, the pay on your money, piano, and 1 to 2 years. It's only the idea, now you're called Manana, I was waking. I ran into some coming to a mamma. I'm going to brand new shit. Where I am going to this shimmer. Never. And you see, I don't know now why you're outdoor in the way. It's not what patch there. Mammy, no, about the president. Now, your mama, nobody. And I don't even get it. There, as if there is something. And this one is not going to be put through here. That is the phone call. What is wrong with them? Do they even have a message? Have they come up with one thing that they are going to do? All they are saying is, what for what? Eh? It's what a sure party has begun and you be alive in here, you know, crying to what about maybe. They know that it won't happen. No, what's one that they didn't say when unfortunately it's one shana, what drawing us to you're not attention or the papa near Lukum. That's a medium fee. If we end these advocates, you don't know it. If you don't, can they get people in that party to do anything? It's such a useless party. And what's for him be fake? I am a mom this, in fact, Mumobia. I am true and this pana. But you should have with that 7 Nippon correct. Because for you to be a full supporter of such nonsense today, Uncle Papa, you know, what my that's a man queen. All right. Oh, when they do my candidates to do from school, even in the midst of COVID, you should not pay to my wife.
Yeah.
Eh? You're saying it's a kind of family Mukonfu Gomafu, Mukonfu Santafu, Mukonfu Agunafu, Aquemufu, and when you know, I can't boom the end, they are 2 still last. No, want to be last, Nina. What would people want to about the send over to Abba? Then I get Mokaya, because you have to send it, you have to send it. You know, the NPP pet. No, about what interventions about my Amoakohene, health insurance, your friend, maternal health care. Can I have the young come on in the morning? And we to one of your man, now want to Yaman, then obey ya. Dana Bokonini, now down my make John and some food that ask us a baby. What I make a young depot, be assured apart from who as a buffer or pardon when you with Mamma. Now, Sunday, Saturday, so Samson, NDC lawyer, no such a baby or like Kevin. What's my time when do baby? Because in high school, watch your card was for Cotamana. Obiaro to Amana, 91 I go for what Amana, Obiaro to Amana, 91 I owned it. No, mammy, pay one, ever shed 30 years, answer, ever go on another, and if I pay next year now, who so, I'll never am from a chocolate gram or punch your addy. Now, I'm now on talk. Now, Muhammad should want to do something. Now, where were you? And where were you expecting them to be? Madam, I am a magical consummation and can now make it okay, but cry. I didn't know your man ever cook. Oh, I am making him away you will do one time, but oh, your Muhammad is the next one time for getting every day one answer. What I care one time. I'm not telling Muhammad one time to let you. Why walk on with your uncle 2 times? Our summer, Auntie Jane. Baby, I didn't share, but we're international organizations in a cash in a year. And may you couldn't go from the one guy, but I will about the sound when I think. Hey, it's the answer case. I concentrate the secretary to carry that phone 2 case. Into no, none of your both chin and another nature to our papa. Yeah, by chairperson so Ghana, so you mean count on to other more CA.
That's right.
Now by the time everybody is shrippy, go on my USA fire. Ghana, and that's here for Ghana. That's the people the opportunity.
All right, Auntie Abani Atenika, all the free Westerville, Ohio, and all the way, Ebre, yeah, that's it, Auntie Abba. Mamenko, Joe say wusu eso ewo Kentucky. Uncle Joe.
Yeah, for Mike, me chow near Tifu na me chair Auntie Abanso.
Yeah, Joe so Joe Wise.
Yeah, Madam Chair, me chow from Kentucky.
Sir.
Madam Joe Wise, me Joe so me let's say.
Nyame adom ne adwuma ye ho ye na me da wase
me Joe so why? Madam Chair, na nya dia obedo.
Na de Madam Chair na minia.
Yeah, Joe Wise.
Yeah, Solomon de mo fa na sem to baby na me hia ne kakre obekaya tema na NPP-USA ye to yaba no.
Yeah.
Na obi ti so ba ya say na me support no so obekaya. And so after a tour bani we ne se ne oba ya me ne edin komo ne se ne oba ya ageme atum.
Yeah.
Or you'll be matured in politics.
That's right.
But him say politics is based on divergent ideas and views. Now the fact say in any baby fa kotema yeto abani nchesi we are untimini ni pani nyejuma. Solomon yi sa time na mixia and kakrebia mi hunu no. So you'll be onyeva pana na dwenso nye. In fact, Solomon ne the first person na mixia na mi hunu say say obi a wabɔ ne PhD bia nkyerɛ sɛ onim nyansa ye ka sɛ obi oye Jimmy for pa ye sɛ obi oye Jimmy for Solomon friends Solomon who see one of them and you say because of na PhD the cross start how many years in here unwie da
I don't know
no we are proud
which yana wa bisa
o da bia me share na me so a doctor mpo say na Africa na no ko school no na minim say na anti abaka minim me say ne con baby ofi no ono any first person na plane claim say we twa ticket da e de aba baby obeshia Solomon bia no me mama na battery so na onka no kre baako me say me was personal experience with this guy we see or you crook a guy we be jisika so the NPP-USA court so mo be kaya during the election no
NPP-USA.
Exactly.
Okita briefcase be.
Because Joe on that side.
Exactly. Solomon saw the assembly court or the court or filing could say, hey, na election ba ne be do so. Na election ba ne be do so. So I'm say, na solo una obiji the case of the court. Now a court ben akoy also akoji. NPP-USA and several women.
Also, endanger Eddie Atoso. Election in Maso.
Miami Hushe na me free, court no. Say, Obia me file case be our high.
And this Sikano file. Sikano file, the area petition. And I'm Solomon, so I call Fanon. I said no. I don't have any clients called Solomon Owusu here. Wow.
Solomon, many na bobe di sika say o de kwa file case. Case no, mo de mo na mo ye dance ni. O te say ya file or ya send any case to NPP-USA, including Obaya.
Cry.
But you ask that question. It's just also Jaro. Obaya catches the Jaro. Let's never to the Atlanta.
Exactly. Okitaback wako file of injunction atuso of injunction enukrechina ye intro no di ye no me chain no me friend lawyer na ne say o me case bia wa ha fayin ko sin enukrechino akwa we ntimi amfa ho brase ma meka o anuanom me pamochew no mistake ne buy na me koya de no say bia ntimi enukrechino o san de na ho maso ahantan dwe and on no sign the buy many time a days by me coach radio say hey nipa beni in kakanka krani dimwana 2019 was 2018 so no ye the only international expert in mining coach say nanado man the opportunity now on team no mess of galamsey issue for once
Because one was some nantia backano. One was some nantia backano. Obi ode no bo NDC bia NDC adwuma no. Azan entro chrono and omudinam.
Ena Solomon Wusu we say chrono me say me am friend lawyer no say I don't even have a client called Solomon Wusu here. Na me friend court no. Solomon atumi akoye counterfeit document so I file Adiana on file me say crook na enye me nwa say ni emo person achieve and say madam chair eko di juma say awabo juma no so na ndc for no because Solomon we were scam and men doubt no abeto back afem na asem na honorable madam chair ko kan na o say ye kan ni ato no atwe ni abe discuss a lunatic to say Solomon Wusu ne discuss na say the important na ma me ko ye na no ne jato and no na o achieve it is Solomon de minimum no personally wa best or sendo yen me ene sika no so de mama na amfa
okay
if dana na me yere no transfer or transfer sika no eno kra no e kwa $100 bi mu a wan tua I know that guy personally.
You are the thing we are for today. Tell it the level power to power Baslomo.
Number one crooks no be no. And Solomon Wusu.
Next time, everybody will tell me call to me because they are meeting me who near man.
Yes, Dr. Wusu Solomon, the minister of PhD Crewe, said not just a student. And be I want to call affirmative action currently at you school. And so now the boss are for him.
I bet you a kind of book of say, or Bahamana, I know about Dr. Who, Dr. So. Dr. One,
Sana Azankwa. Ofosuhene. Azankwa.
That is the whole thing. Oh, ya hanta no ejo bi je se unnim no so oni Solomon aye adwuma ba ko mienu na so you be aye level headed bia be unsa kwa no utimi ne nya adwuma I don't know say so PhD ko betimi awie dia no and it will be hard for Solomon to even work with anybody.
I mean I low self-esteem or low self-esteem
and madam chair kan sa asem na eye me nwa papa o low self-esteem baby o fiba no o fie chiri and affirmative action be etimi na be rebel chiri. And Emma, unse we are so fear chiri. Na say ubi dum pempen so be na say ahobrasi eni omu a ebe di duty mu ama one perform say team eno na abosolom eno na ewo solom su emu sisi a oni ahobrasi ebe bia na ofi no fear chiri eno wa ba do
and sounds for you as it no oba na sa
we menye
Astromodi.
We are a king or china on Wabodam or Nipan Wabodam. If you're not only
shameless.
Only shameless. Obedi dio bi atem ni enim nyina fabricating now or shameless being and not wonom no.
All right.
I know na your friend narcissistic behavior.
Exactly.
A mental disease.
Of course, it is.
A mental health issue.
Yeah, a mental diagnosis called narcissistic behavior. Narcissistic. Yeah.
Narcissistic behavior. I see. Doctors, Papa,
and one in mind. The whole Ghana. Break on no school no coin. Taco School of Mines no coin. Professors na train at
because what's one call tech the idea and I could you attack hard I don't you know
and no one mining expert in Tionko Emo Ghana man honorable Satam na honorable minister of current minister of energy
Okay, so yeah, when she
exactly my papa is on my car. Yes, so never o baseline steady. We actually never end to crack. I mean, what kind of woman is that?
Or revenge is so hard.
Yeah.
Because they cannot accept, say, or a failure, and I say they cannot accept negative patterns. Yeah, that is their behavior.
I mean, he went that far to insult Professor Frimpong Boateng.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like,
exactly.
what?
They don't have a limit. Yeah, exactly.
Papa already father to say, office. I was even wondering why he allowed this buffoons over the office not give down and so compact. Later, not to be the attempts I count. And then I think and so when it comes to buy
mental issue also connected diagnosing and money treatment. Now Ghana ne problem back on one na mo sa ne so si adentin no an bibia but yare anka sanka nkasa bodam
I can prefer bodam near TM. Oh, bodam be to let you it's no bodam. So the doctor can. Very sad, you know. I think
and
Pantana say yeah, come for a bike. It's a good began and I come with the call.
Pantana is a song with the call pa. No more really.
Who say or buy is justified. Timeka say Madam Chair. Come to him in Pino. Let's just cut him out.
That's right.
And yeah, because we are a witness. Bible like I said, where there is one or two witnesses, they are justified. Only problem, Madam Chair.
Yo, anyone ye better mwasiwa hana Madam Chair, my wala submission naja yemfa na uwiana Dr. Joe Director Joe so etimi ede ne de ana emudi he Director Joe ana say Madam Chair emudi he na be ko first time aye
I'm quite yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I can assure you, say, I ran the other day. Maybe 1 minute. But now resetting my mind back to when I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Because his behavior is so out of character. The anyone to behave with this with me, who did that? So, will be any agent call and our moon share will be one. If I knew enemy, I know enemy, and I have no problem working with anybody, even if we disagree. But disagreement there, one thing disagreement does not, it makes you better. Am I better?
Yeah.
You know, you never grow. You need to hear the heart to take it. So from there, so enough to accept those feedbacks and criticisms back. Now all the bonko to be man and other coffee. I'll pay that down 100 you'll be other county if you say there. The kind of one what you are seeing and saying idea good for tomorrow this food. You never be successful. Or you never go far. We can with the money now, I see. But let's us all stay focused. We have 2020 to prosecute. Every year, you was a year, but a human and not do I get in Ghana. Market one.
That's right.
In a span of almost 4 years. The Papa you have to be here to actually witness some of the things yourself. Now, if he said Ghana for come December 7, 2020, 2 votes number of Amenado. Women I am cooking, we should never be complacent. Even though Mahama, we know, will not come close enough. And he said, complacent. 10 years, President, before a car, I say power. It can trick you. That trick you say power. The account why you're complacent. And in the midst of complacency, and I'll down for this fiaba. So let us not become complacent. Let's work hard as if we don't even have anything. They need support to Papa. Now, until me and Ghana and call the second term.
That's
and
right.
The second term now. They take you offer, Minia, and this is for what you need here, maybe. Very difficult for them to catch.
One of them be jail, no one for enko my.
It's so bad. Omo musika. Omo piano GB. But omo piano within a certain period that they are going to jail. The prosecutions they are not playing. They are not playing. You see, LCA Director General they say and neighbor for Bonnie board chairman there almost sentence you to jail term. You know, Director General don't know starting prison again because he's on. I understand he's on dialysis. The back and forth. The government is also trying to play it safe because when you call that dialysis cost you have to pay, and as part of their sentencing, they are confiscating all their assets, both movable assets and non-movable assets. They confiscate, and so almost have to prison.
Wow.
The President Akufo-Addo is working. Na 2020 no yes ankoje akunya no maneta ankoso naso na Joe Wise was so
Joe Wise I'm so free so yeah okay
okay
yo Madam Chair you say better was papa and I am one say hi what do you say akaka na bo be 4 am e Ghana me boy I'm say 3 about 3 wow oh wow yo ebeja na wada ebeja na wakoda kakra nyame nshirawo ye da se woni ya bedin komo abepem sabri emre pamu no nso no se wonya medru Denver ye besan so enu wedin komo
Nyame aduma party no be press conference che we china and Thursday.
Oh okay.
No so the once back.
Yo ene nyame nshira papa. Oh me bacho. Me bacho Madam Chair. Afia no bi nso de question be free. Canada say me missaw. Way free Uncle Frank Edmonton. I'll say, can you ask Madam Chair that NDC are trying to bus people region for more votes? Madam Chair, I'm so your training and say NDC are bus among for the region to region they pay more votes. I know who asam ketua bi ho ansana wako.
Yo, and say, battle of people, no, and say this a bit. So, share an electoral system, no registration. I mean, based on the CI 126 now. And that process is simple.
Yeah.
There will be a battle to start, and the panel only say on two constituency, on free constituency, ma, because the next Constitution, it talks about two things. It talks about hail from and reside in. For you to contest or to register to vote in a particular area, you have to either hail from that town. That is difficult. Because in Ghana, we believe and some area ya parents are better than ya wo but on your I was crab ya won na ebo bo almost 16 on you So if you hail from that town, you don't have to live in that town. If you live there, so you have to have lived there for a certain number of years to qualify to, and they have to qualify to contest, but to vote there. Once you live in that constituency and you come to say you live there, now it do maybe sometimes they can have challenges as far as register and we say but probably so you go for or set the data now instead of me read the various constituencies data, because as the data is either increasing the voter population, say it increase here to know say a increase my advantage or a decrease to my advantage or disadvantage. You have to do now. So of say the way our numbers no work for me, the disadvantage because there be crack numbers not a control any opponent not police stations are the opponents better.
Right.
And at the dear numbers report for me the dear also FR. But me any constituency when they are going to win or more excess numbers. Not moving party so that it didn't come because we have parliamentary. We had the difference between the candidate and the opposing candidates now. We have 300, we have 1,000. It is over to me and you pay 1,000 from another constituency what the kind of one. Then we are bagging in that number. Indeed, because of that, people do all this clandestine moves. No more yes,
yeah.
To store up their numbers, to their advantage. So the Nipan Bana M1 on form.
Yeah.
And so those things are happening. But of course, the parties not are aware of them go vote. That and who know most of the contention and all that, it's a balance. If the parties they are trying to prevent people from voting, but the thing is, the process, you don't have to prevent them to register, but you can challenge them after they have. But people just don't want to go through the process of going through appeals process with the EC and all that. Ascertain so the family registration not to require. People just don't want to do that. If they can physically restrain you from registering, then that's what they need to do. And then I cook to see all the chaos.
I see.
They follow quickly to the PI 126. Now, and say if I'm fine, you don't see 54. But very bizarre. We fill a challenge form, and then on the basis of that, the card now the EC keeps the card, and then they will go through an administration or some kind of process.
Okay, very well.
For them to prove, we say, I'm part constituency or one. I say, the Cape Coast North parliamentary candidate for NDC. His candidature or his registration to get a voter ID card in Cape Coast North was challenged. And on the basis of that, imagine the party.
I see.
If Stola when can register our constituency, even though the parliamentary candidate for NDC, from December 2017, only about Cape Coast North. And on the basis of that, he cannot be the candidate for the NDC in that region. You see, I'm not for bomb but it's not easy. I mean, and for chaos, honestly, it brings a lot of chaos. Because people don't want to use the laid down procedure because obviously it's a new red tape for them. After I process, nothing out of course court process.
Yeah.
On the basis of it, the card, people just don't want to push up with that. Indeed. You see a mountain. Again, I bet you are grinding a bull station. And that's what has been creating the problems that we are seeing.
All right. You better say, Papa, Madam Chair, yeah, that's Sabrina. You better Amoakohene. Na, Yanso so ya de, Enjuma dear no, at me abana humijimu. Yeah, that's Madam Chair, Yamin Papa. Yo. All right. Director Joe, me patch out to menka.
I'm passing I'm also.
Yo, Director Joe, and yes, Raso and I. Intimate.
Really, that's the Madam Chair, Nina Daddy. Any trick more between you, Mono.
Yeah.
Never can say, whether was it. I think so. No, be a cost with the piano. You're going to see any said it. You'll be an imagining female idea. No, you be Jonathan. Nayako, if you say, Yambuka, say, your mountain, any your party at the papa, you know, and you're the the rule. Well, won't you ask you, Coco Shepo? It's you know, you're the Madam Chassis. Na yada people nyase mo madaje mo se no bitie ye be so mo kwan se the break aka ya ye dey trudin mo we from busia for say Madam Chelsea instead of on the 6th no mo ye on the 10th the same here no delays ka by intino ama angada momentum the way it's supposed to intino if for us to 4 days aka ye best say Uncle Bia, we went to Uncle Beauty, Uncle Register Biano, Ubako, or Quaco Register, baby queer would be ano. But they are entirely new on the maybe a transfer to be other more, or more to near transfer, as a diamond force of theatre, Unia for strong one, the after you see Biano, as long as a young man can move it. Didn't think I said a rampot in Petriano now, into the Pudia Cocoshop, a Chileno, not no one said no so. Na aban edi eno so about the chok ko mama will be a several people in us na that's a necessary the sign about subium na ye de nyema enkoso awo Ghana ene ya ban kesi mu no e de about to money da mo se enti
one of them Director Joe on said as papa ewo ene mo ke kan ye masi ani ema let the truth be told Jumadie etimi eba so na mema atiefo aso atese Director Joe ena oye Director of Communications NPP-USA ena aye deputies no eye mienu ye wo Dr. Jomo ya owo Cincinnati ena afe yenua kakape ene bribinti wantimi amaso wonso na wobona chidom ewo sa jumadie mu na yewo empanyimfo bi enso so a omono nso so eye adwuma sonko ede eboa sa jumadie ya yede ebrewe na yewo edino apa meniso kakra ha me say last Director Joe de mame yenua oye IT say yawo
Mark ni jina kushia hanu mo
me ba say Baba Amando and why late papa
Pastor with the pastor, the 1 minute to come that one.
Right. That's your about to say, happy to cross. Oh,
the pastor. Wait here.
I have to be for let the TV to series and then regular show.
And I am Pia.
I'm better could tell you their mind.
And I am Pia to me boy.
Also, we are from us.
Ofosuhene. Mame fast that's from Kwan Farmer. Mr. Kofi Nyame of Washington DC, Director of IT, NPP Communications, and I say Openyi Emmanuel Tabiri, and so in charge of graphics omunyina and eboa ema jumadie etimi baso kama baba Amando 1 minute na yen sorry so
yo 1 minute be there and you mean it's director Joe and my who say Mr. Jumana Oboni Dino what's his name
yeah
my man is a wonderful man. I've never met him before. But Idia Papa no go come has not to come hano.
Sir,
okay, Ghana need DM go be here almost Dr. Papa Dr. Jumana minister.
Yeah.
But if we happen
on intimacy to about since
NPP for
that man is a great man, I'm telling you. But me back when the Martino.
Yeah.
Papa ni dinko ano ye ni dinko e signature
na sasa dinu ana Amando sa dinu ana ai ananse eko kuro bi so na okoye ne niema oho na ofiri oba e na obi nso ko ho na so na ofiri oba no de na no mo kan no se ne awuja no ho no ne din na awuja no ho no eno a
I'm sure Papa me say ebia ofi NDC mu na ba NPP I don't know because
Sanentina me try say Amando tie me just a minute
Amando when you draw na achieve you who ka wenu
Amando na John Dramani Mahama bisa se edun ketia se
I'm telling you
John Dramani Mahama bisa se edun ketia se ofri bie ho ba no sembe na no mo kan ho no so DKM and God is love na uja ho no eno an no mo kan ho asem enti
and let them tell me about lie you soon now say yes 1 year you back power 2021 but ending up December 2021 the big share obia usika kanu ewo Ghana
yo
point bia usika ka obia na uni there is can be share man and that we say Ofosuhene say na ye ma say na ye papa na
Amando ebawase edi jumadie no ebepem wa Amando ebawase
uje papa jawani
jumadie na haya ne edi besie yedo bia se anwumre mo amutimi fresh no mo amwantimi amfre Amando yese 1 minute ne ya wie enye afana wo betoto ayampia yapon akwanu man obia de ne kra bo afore obia ye ne obetumi e ya boa o man no ofise leadership by example nana do danko akufuado ene ne vice ne mpayimfo asset tono e ya to from 3 months ye be so ya the same thing na o man no tuma fa ntuma pa afra and chia komo bibiara ntia santua wo Connecticut and Mr. Pepra na bintu aya sister Boahima na mentia delicious mentia nana safo okonfanochi na ebintu aya the big chief and mo amutie from Connecticut anadwi Memfa kwanya iso na memfa enchianso so ma Mr. Kwasi Bilson, Joe Randolph and Emmy Akosia Pokuya. And yenu nyina I work Hartford, Connecticut. New Jersey. And you do New Jersey na enchianko ma Uncle Joe. The Big Joe. Uncle Joe si oya ni obetimi biara na nemra no so anoko sanso na ebintu eye Mrs. Ofosuhene Mr. Ofosuhene Afriye Bonsu na ebintu Christopher the mechanic Dominic Adubonsu enso so woni New Jersey Mr. Asiadubuafo woni New Jersey Yekrom woni New Jersey enchia nkoma munyina na abusuafo na me fa nchia no bi nso nkoma me brother panyin Elite Import and Exports etie papa poni abusuafo one ne yire ne ma no nkola no enchia nkoma mu pa Mr and Mrs Dixon Damoa ebi aya na niameta ka no because all ship niama bi e de call my Ghana mu for the cruise shipping company Elite Import and Exports echira kwa one number ni 732 822 7415 732 822 7415 now no woni komo door to door pa ono woni komo no cry. I say Charles Gidin any permit cherry. Eba Sabo Sansusun American is an American New York. Obafua and I answer one can and himself way and Chian come out. And Chian come on Akosia the English lady. Na eben to Kizito Abrotrede Minia Martin Kwaye Mami Dankwa Mr. Tommy Mr. Francis Apia and then you Mutie from New York Nyinara and Chiani Binson come Sister Gata Ebin come Gifty Jesse who are bronze Sergeant Seth from Pong and Sunina Busia or Fodro Watertown upstate New York Akosia Eja Osai Vivian from Paul and you know New York or Wotien and I do say Mamunina good night Mamentia Solomon Asamoah Kweku Okra Yabwama Kwajo Ampadutre Eben to Florence Asari Yawasiedu Mr. and Mrs. Asari Kwajo Monsosomu Damfry Amaya Boa Abina Chuneboa Mr. Paul Quatson all of Virginia Abram Pound Radio who are Woodbridge, Virginia. It has some of Jumedia life. Miss Eric, when you were Bussian and Chian Comamo. Uncle Noma? Eba! Any bet me ayo. And yatem did ye and a Casahunu. Nemomuno. Yancy about Wadia Boya Mino. Maminchia Mary Sanchem, who of Virginia. Ebinto Mr. Collins and Mary Sapo Montosumo Alexandra Virginia and you bring Chianco Mamo Papa and I dream Maminchia Era Ama Esiama who are down North Carolina na Minchia Mr. Kwasi Bilson no medical on Fanchame and Chankoma Mr. Amoakohene who are Toronto, Canada. Na Ebinto Akosia Akuma who are Sydney, Australia. Kofi Boateng who are Italy. And Chankoma Nana Amoakohene Ofosuhene, my co-host, our own man, our presenter. Nana Amoakohene Ofosuhene and Chankoma. And Chankoma Ebenezer Rivers. And Chankoma Kofi Chow. And here we are Mutia from Atlanta, Georgia. And I do it. And Chankoma mo papa. Meko Texas and Mincha Ali. Mincha Ali. And Sandra Ali. and you know nyina ewo Plano, Texas. Minchia Director Joe and I say Osetebia and so and you know Philly Adefia. Maminchia Dr. Jumo Cincinnati. Na Minchia Ohineyire na Ajiman Frimpong Ababio the second. Also Ohio. Nebinto Sister Ruth, Mr. Prince, Mr. Danny, Reverend Sakodi, and Chiakoma Munina Numere. Infa and Chia Emma Antiaba Westerville, Ohio. Menchia Joe Wise, our Kentucky. Mamenchia Kakape, Menchia Nana Dujemfi, Menchia Efua Florence Dixon. Na Menchia Mayu, na Menchia Mabina, and Yanum Sunina War. Chicago. Naminchia Mama Christie, Chicago. And more mutia from Chicago and Numere. Yet was and Chiankoma Tony Nana question. Mr. Bona Wafa Safo Kantanka Reverend Boachia Dom and you know nyina Hamburg, Germany and Chiankoma wana jufai mu papa. And Chiaklona bi enkoma Wafa Amu uwo Toronto Ohima Eunice Ohima Eunice Abrefi and Afe Obaya of Toronto. Wafa Kwasi AJ Senior. Woni Abusiafo Muo Montreal. Mary Nyako. Docas Drua Dakwa. And Afe Rose Amponsan Dakwa. And Yanumina so Bronx, New York. And I must pass a mutie munya daje etie ye show si. Mame vantia makonongo kaya. Ene yantenenka. Mame ntia sister Pia of Nebraska. Mame ntia nanadia wo. Mincha sister Fia and yanum nyina Houston, Texas. Denver, Colorado, mincha Kobe, ewo Golden. Na mincha Mr. Pierre Dankwa, who Denver. Mamincha Emmanuel Mensa. Mincha Mr. Tony. Aurora Assembly and Central Assembly, Church of Pentecost. Ebinto Mr. Tony. Yeah, Madam Chairperson, the better half. Mr. Tony Frimpong. And here we are Mutie Denver Ninano. Mr. Buadi Amponi. And one Mutie from Denver, Colorado, Numere. And Chianco Mamu Papa. Dennis Safo, Michiao. Nana Kwame, Plumber, Michiao. Menchia Robert, also Denver, Utie and Papa Rob. And Chianco Mam, Winnie Willie Nsoso, our Denver, Willie, Michiao and Numere. Nana Sribo, or Denver. Nana Sribo, and Numere Michiao. And Kwanuma, Maminchia Sister Eunice, and Sister Phyllis, and our faith, Yen Sister Grant, Munyan Sumu Toronto, Minchia Gifty Abasa, Sister Gifty Baby Awobiana and Numere Michiao, also Toronto, Canada. Minchia Reverend Samuel, San Francisco. Menchia Bedi Akon. And Sutia Papa Bedi Akon, New York. Yeah, my brother Payin Bedi. Bedi Michao. Mamenchia Atakwame Soso Ewo UK. Menchia Ofake. Na Menchia Amansan Buafu. Amansan Radio. The CEO of Amansan FM. And our Melton Keynes, our UK. Jumadie. Yadamu life ewo ho etinchia ene nasin koma wona wotie from Amansan menchia miamini apanyi Mr. Achi Achibobo Achi onso so wo Manchester UK enchia koma wo no wabusia wai ene wadam fu coffee ono so nchia koma no ene mo amutie from UK nyina na dwi ya bomu abaso ya damuas Germany for enchia koma no ya mo nsani mudimra Germany for nso tie papa amanfo na o amanfo na program inti wo tie all night long ya bomu abaso da wana Uncle Frank Edmonton and Uncle Osai Omunyina so Edmonton Ramutie wo Canada maimu Ramwase papa Uncle Anoma Enyina ye ne ebetimi aye Emre no so a dem no ote Eba Sabo Mama Chado for the Yanum Susa Holland. Now what's here and Anadri, no mutier from Spain, no mutier from Belgium. Any more mutier from Sweden, and Afe, Austria, France, Italy, and Umrania Humachin. Yadenchia sonkona mamo mamenchia justice wo Japan namenchia wana wotie so from Korea muamutie from Australia muamutie from New Zealand and muamutie from Ghana anadwi emamo ache onyamishramo
Ghana, 1 year, we still can do a Japan. Oh, yeah, modern technology. But show a Japan now. Mamen come for epic security services. And from Mount, oh, Sikaste, Ama. I've been bringing everything. Oh, Japan. Some for security. Oh, sorry, company, hotel, bank, mines, open escort, construction project. Southside, and I said, Bumblebee, open. Epic security services at the Bemont. And what she has to know, this is our friend, Epic security about GPS tracking. Let's say, baby, what you pay? Yeah, one. Bet me I'm on monitor. Oh, baby, we do cell phone and I monitor. Yeah, and you may be a security guide. Ekitaya pepper spray. Bambo wadi. Branch on. And also security apparatus. Big security. Our branches the brain. And crime. One more hours. And then one more tema. Community aid. Bush camp. Tonight. One more odumasi. Pandada. And it's snake building. Hey, opposite. The mine microphone. Mumusa ankane. Some force restaurant. One more hot pay. And I for 020-30-37-326. And I said 055-4197-620. And I said 055-311-8013. And a 0244-70005. Epic security services. We know me.
All right. Epic security. And no. Now, bet me a friend number when so. Now, Epic security. Yeah. Manager na nkasa edi enkomo 01144 7713 196 240 01144 7713 196 240 Frewon na ne won entwetwe enkomo all of haya ne bedroom curtains no haya ne be mo bibiara good night onyankopon ya adoma no the chair no china anwumre the same place the same time at the same hour and so see any adofo ne anuanom ebedi esi onyamishra onka ho okoda ketesi when you say a prayer say one for me too. And good night America, good night to everybody. Thank you once again.